Notifications might have not been sent. I said notifications might have not been sent. Well, I'm notifying you right now, and hopefully another higher power, whoever you believe in, directs you to this channel. Because it's okay for help, and when people need help, you need to give it. And we need help today, just like Tank needed help in that Lamont Roach fight. I'm not playing, man. We need help making this channel pop, so we need you to hit that like button. That's help enough. Definitely hitting that Cash App is a plus. Even if you send it through the super chats and you don't trust the Cash App, that's a plus. Subscribing is a big plus. Very big plus. We're trying to get up over 1 billion subscribers. What? All right. So we finna watch a few of you guys' videos, but I'm gonna play mine first. For sure. I want to know the code word. Yeah, man, when these guys get special treatment, it's seen. And you know, I see it. I'm not blind. This man getting beat viciously by Roy Jones. The ref stepped in and thought it was enough. He didn't think so. He said, man, I'm okay. I'm okay. What's wrong? Why you doing that? Some referees have melees after the fight because they feel like it's unjust stoppage. You know, what's the secret password, Tank? How did you get the referee to stop counting? I just wants to know. What did you say?
Before it was Money Mayweather, it was Pretty Boy Floyd, but you taught Floyd the money game. Me and you used to talk, and you was like, man, Floyd was always worried about, "Oh, I gotta fight him, Jay. He the best." And you said, don't get caught up in the name game, get caught up in the money game.
Right.
And you really helped him restructure his situation from a business standpoint, but even personal, how he moved with his money. Can you tell me about that meeting you had where Floyd Sr. was there, and this was like the start of you saying, hey, we getting ready to change this thing, and it's gonna be different from here on out.
So, in this restaurant, a real nice restaurant.
Out here?
Yeah, out here in Vegas. Me, Floyd, Bob, Mayweather Sr., and Todd. These were the 5 people at this meeting. And, you know, as we sit there, I saw a note being passed to, you know, Floyd Mayweather. And one of the first things he asked me, what you give my son to sign it? So I'm like, yo, Mr. Mayweather, we're not here to talk business, but, you know, if Floyd give me permission, no, Daddy, we ain't here for that.
Took a knee.
We ain't here for that.
That's Floyd
I've
Jr.
been at
said.
an offer that.
Floyd Jr. So bam, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're not here for that, right? So he come, somebody pass him the glasses. And
They passing Floyd Sr. the glass?
yeah, pass him the glasses, and he say, you know, he seemed to like be getting angry. Man, you know, I don't care if somebody put a bullet in the back of my head, you know, something to that. And then he stood up, you know, and started like, you know, walking my way, right? And, you know, I'm sitting there in that meeting, you know, I'm always kind of prepared and ready for, I just got him trained that way, right? So as I seen him, you know, come my way, I say, Mr. Mayweather, sir, I say, you seem to be getting angry. I say, but I want you to know I can't take no punches.
Can't take no punches.
So that was my way of letting him know, you know, I'm not a nice person to be, you think you finna tee off on, it ain't gonna go right. And Floyd, he overstood that, and Floyd stood up. Floyd like, no, and Floyd started taking his jacket off.
What Floyd gonna do?
Yeah, Floyd, and then squared up. I'm like, whoa.
So you say Floyd got up, took his jacket off.
Yeah,
To
Floyd.
do something to Floyd Sr.?
Well, he got up letting him know, you know, my reading of it is you got to come through me. You know what I mean? If you think, in which I I think was a really wise decision.
Yo, what's the password? Tank, hey, what's the password? What's the code word to tell the referee to stop
And then
counting?
look,
You
not
know,
only
even when
that,
you hurt. You know, this
told
guy
him
was
because
hurt
they
against
picked it up
Roy
on the mic.
Jones, man.
You
He
can't
over
do
there
that.
crying,
Oh,
talking
he
about,
told him that.
man,
You
no,
can't do that
man,
because it
no,
looks like
man,
it looks
no.
like
You
a
ain't had a
knockdown.
code word. You got to have a secret password, brother. Please. Yeah, man, when these guys get special treatment, it's seen. And, you know, I see it. I'm not blind. This man getting beat viciously by Roy Jones. The ref stepped in and thought it was enough. He didn't think so. He said, man, I'm okay. I'm okay. What's wrong? Why you doing that? Some referees have melees after the fight because they feel like it's unjust stoppage. You know, what's the secret password, Tank?
I just
How
had to
did you
put
get the
together a little
referee to stop
compilation.
counting? I just
Put together a little compilation of, guys. One guy, was fighting Roy Jones, man, getting beat up to oblivion, and these guys can't tell the referee what to do. You can't tell me I'm okay. Nigga, how dare you stop this fight? How dare you, nigga? I know he hit me 13 times, nigga. I'm tougher than you. I lace up the gloves for a living. You not in this ring, man. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know that I was rolling with them punches. It didn't hit me like that. And I don't believe that you should have stopped the fight, man. Harvey Doc, man, you shouldn't have took that point. You know, all kinds of things, man. But when you got somebody that can get into the fight with enough power as far as his voice to make a referee stop counting, you a bad mother lover. You hear me? And we not playing with you. You got too much power. You supposed to be fighting the best with that type of power. You supposed to put your powers to be and save those for a time when you in there with somebody like Shakur. Now that you done did it already and you done showed the world, that's all you do is try to cry for some help. Even in sparring, you be needing help. You like to talk to the crowd and act like you distracted. Everybody's on this weak ass boxing talk. I ain't on this weak ass boxing talk no more. I don't believe you took him for granted. I don't believe you took Lamont Roach for granted. I think, I think you knew him pretty well. I'm pretty sure that you knew him pretty tricky well. You knew Lamont Roach had skills and IQ. You robbed him a couple of times in the amateurs. I think you knew Lamont pretty well, and y'all already had your eyes on him because you took him through the row and act like you was gonna fight him, but you fought his opponent in DC. So I think you knew Lamont Roach pretty well, more than us, in fact. And you got a lot of clout. Everybody talking about that clout chasing shit. Yeah, they trying to get where Tank at. Tank got the clout. Tank can say something to a referee and make him stop counting, nigga. That's it for me. That's it. That's it. I don't give a fuck what you niggas talking about. If you can tell the referee to stop counting, that's it. That's it for me. That's the clout that we all wanted to see, and that is. You're the face of boxing. So you get privileges. Fuck what you talking about. I'm not hurt. I got grease in my eye, nigga. Stop counting. These boxers need to start taking on a new leaf for telling the referees, man, no, but they been doing that, right? They been telling, man, I'm okay. I'm okay. What you stopping the fight for, man? No. No, what you doing? You stopping the fight premature. What is you doing? Roy Jones ain't hit me that hard. I wasn't wobbling and shit. I could defend myself. I was downloading his data. That's what I was doing, referee. I was downloading his data, and here you go stopping the fight. No, what's the password, Tank? No. I had some more left. No, see why he ain't listening to me? Why is he not listening to me, man? I ain't the face about. If I was the face of boxing, he would have listened to him. Yes, he would have. I promise you, because they listened to Tank. Yes, they did. They said, no, no, no. I had something in my eye, man. And the referee said what he said, man. You know, it's going to look like you took a knee. Nigga, you did. You looked at me and gave me a signal letting me know that you was about to take a knee, son. Oh, I ain't know what you was signaling to me for, but you signaled and you looked over at me. What you do that for? Why you put me in your mess? Now I can't even do no interviews or talk about what happened. You know, the fight before your fight, man, I was over there doing some fugazi flaw shit too in another fight. You know, I was taking points from the brother man and not the other man. And the other man was doing all the dirt. Then he ended up pushing the brother man out the ring and they fell on top of the tables. And he was counting, you was counting both of them out. Yes, you was. And you was wrong the whole fucking fight. You been wrong, cockeyed Clyde. I don't know why people say you a good referee. You been fucking up in the game. You can't see. You need some glasses like God bless the dead Red Fox needed in Harlem Night. And he thought he could see the dice, call the point before they landed, nigga. You ain't that good with your eyes. You cockeyed it. You cockeyed Clyde, homie. You was a cockeyed mother lover that let a nigga tell you to stop counting. You weak to me. And that's some weak ass boxing refereeing, if you ask me. You put a controversy out there for not standing on your nuts and on your square and everything that you learned to be and to become a referee. You threw it out the window because I bet you got paid, sucker. Tony Weeks, you too. We not borrowing none of that shit. We don't believe in coincidence. We don't believe in mistakes. You killed my brother by accident. It's still some penalties to pay. We don't care about I'm sorry, my bad. I don't want to hear I'm sorry and my bad anymore, especially when it's dealing with me. When it's dealing with you, it's okay. It's I'm sorry, my bad. That should be enough for you niggas. You don't like when I say the N-word? You ain't nothing but some niggas. You wasn't mad at Granny and Granddaddy for taking that word back from them racist redneck mother lovers that was calling us nigger. And then we made it okay and acceptable to say nigga. Now you want me to stop saying nigga? Fuck you, nigga. And all you puss ass niggas out there with that weak ass boxing talk. Y'all got upset and outside your body when this brother tried to get the ruling overturned. Why is that? What's the business? Why don't you want justice for all? Why don't you want something that was wrong turned to right? Why don't you want, even though you niggas admitted that the referee made a mistake, why don't you want that mistake fixed? You don't want mistake fixed up in your life? You don't even want mistakes to be fixed in your life, do you? You want it to be just like it is. Fuck it, it happened, right? You don't want to be better. You want to be some shit the whole entire rest of your entire life. You want to live unrighteous and do and say unrighteous things for the rest of your life. You want to be a bitch ass nigga for the rest of your life. You want to make up excuses for other grown ass men for the rest of your life. You do not want to see the best fight the best because you think Tank is the best and you don't care nobody else say, and he don't need to fight nobody else but except Lamont Roach. For the rest of your life, you're going to be a sucker, if you ask me. You know what I mean? It's a little too rough and a little too early in the morning to be talking like this. I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated and aggravated that people out there really didn't see he made this referee stop counting. And if you can get past the knee, cool. If you can get past this man telling the referee to stop counting, not cool. You know, because everybody takes a knee, you know, every now and then, you know, even in sparring. You know, you got to get yourself together, man. You know, got to get yourself together. And once you get yourself together, That's usually when the button is pushed, right? Well, if you can get past that call, he made him stop counting, man. I don't know what to tell you about yourself. You know, you guys are wicked and evil people. You don't care about people getting fair justice. I heard multiple occasions where you guys said take it or leave it type contracts, and you were cool with that. Even though you know Floyd Money Mayweather ain't shit, and everybody learned from him, so everything these niggas is doing ain't shit. Oh, they getting paid. Sip a little lemonade, sit in the shade. They getting paid. You know, if you can knock somebody out, but you can't knock nobody out over there at the PBC, boy, you gonna put on the shelf. You ain't no popular mother lover, you getting put on the shelf. So get your money, man. I advise you niggas to get your money, man. Try to do like Floyd, man, and buy yourself out the PBC, Tank. Yeah, get out from over there, man. Go over there and get that turkey money, homie. That's what Shakur said for you to do, and I wonder why. Because it seemed like they got a little bit more money than the PBC to offer. Just a little bit more. Not a little bit, a whole lot more. I don't know. It's a little bit more to me. And I think that you missed out on $20 million guaranteed. Maybe it was meant to be. Because now you can get more than $20 million. You're a face of boxing. Look at what Canelo's getting to fight Crawford. That's beautiful. Right? I know that's right. Hey man, y'all say that, you know, we should just overlook the situation that happened. I'm not never gonna overlook the situation that happened with Lamont Roach for the simple fact, y'all niggas, that's right, niggers will not overlook the Edwin De Los Santos fight. No, you won't. And I'm glad you won't. I'm so happy. Happy to be in the service. Hit that like button for me. I don't want you to let that Edwin De Los Santos fight go. Because it happened and it's on YouTube to watch. Can't let it go. Just like you can't let this fight go. I'll never let this Lamont Roach fight go. I'll never let the fact that you had a code and a password to tell this referee to stop counting, nigga. Fuck that referee, man. You've been fucking up for a long time, not just this fight, brother. Now, I've been watching you for a minute, man. You know, everybody like you because you got the little big cockeyed bug eyes. That shit mean you can't see if you ask me. Because that's what it's been looking like in your last few fights. You can't see, son. No. What you stopping the fight for, man? What's wrong with you? Hey, Tank, I'm talking to you in the past. What's the code word, nigga? What is the code word to make this white boy give me my mouthpiece back? That's Roy Jones. He ain't nothing. Please. Hey, great interview, man, from Ward, man. He been getting a lot
The
of
best, and
flack.
you said don't get caught up in the name game, get caught up in the money game.
Right.
And you really helped him restructure his situation from a business standpoint, but even personal, how he moved with his money. Can you tell me about that meeting you had where Floyd Sr. was there, and this was like the start of you saying, hey, we getting ready to change this thing, and it's gonna be different from here on out.
So, in this restaurant, a real nice restaurant.
Out here.
Yeah, out here in Vegas. Me, Floyd, Bob, Mayweather Sr., and Todd. These were the 5 people at this meeting. And, you know, as we sit there, I saw a note being passed to, you know, Floyd Mayweather, and one of the first things he asked me, what you give my son to sign it? So I'm like, yo, Mr. Mayweather, we're not here to talk business, but, you know, if Floyd give me permission, no, Daddy, we ain't here for that.
Took a knee.
We ain't here for that.
That's Floyd
I've
Jr.
been at
said.
a knock with that.
Floyd Jr. So bam, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're not here for that, right? So he come, somebody pass him the glasses. And
They passing Floyd Sr. the glass?
yeah, pass him the glasses, and he say, you know, he seemed to like be getting angry. Man, you know, I don't care for somebody put a bullet in the back of my head, you know, something to that. And then he stood up, you know, and started like, you know, walking my way, right? And, you know, I'm sitting there in that meeting, you know, I'm always kind of prepared and ready for, I just got him trained that way, right? So as I seen him, you know, come my way, I say, Mr. Mayweather, sir, I say, you seem to be getting angry. I say, but I want you to know I can't take no punches.
Can't take no punches.
So that was my way of letting him know, you know, I'm not a nice person to be, you think you finna tee off on, it ain't gonna go right. And Floyd, he overstood that, and Floyd stood up. Floyd like, no, and Floyd started taking his jacket off.
What Floyd gonna do?
Yeah, Floyd and then squared up. I'm like, whoa.
So you say Floyd got up, took his jacket off.
Yeah,
To
Floyd.
do something to Floyd Sr.?
Well, he got up letting him know, you know, my reading of it is you got to come through me. You know what I mean? You think, and which I think was a really wise decision.
Yo, what's the password? Tank, hey, what's the password? What's the code word to tell the referee to stop counting?
Look, not
Even
only
when
that,
you
told
hurt.
him-
This
told
guy
him because
was hurt
they
against
picked it up
Roy
on mic.
Jones, man.
You can't do that.
Crying,
Oh, he
talking
told him that?
Man, no,
You can't do that
man,
because
no,
it looks like
man,
it
no.
looks like
You
a
ain't had a
knockdown.
code word. You got to have a secret password, brother. Please. Yeah, man, when these guys get special treatment, it's seen. These niggas, and I see it. I'm not blind. So this man getting beat viciously by Roy Jones. The ref step. Hey, Turkey the biggest gangster in boxing right now. You don't think so? Yeah, he doing what he want to do when he want to do it, how he want to do it. Yep. And he making everybody else bow down on some gangster shit, but now y'all don't like gangster shit no more. I don't like you flip-flop ass niggas, man. 1 minute you're this way, 1 minute you're that, man. Where the real Tank fans at? Them the only people I want to talk to today. I want to talk to them gangsters out there. The niggas that say, nigga, Tank ain't got to fight nobody. Tank can fight who the fuck he want to fight. I want to talk to them niggas that used to talk to me like that when I came on their YouTube channel. Because Tank ain't got to fight no Lamont Roach if he don't want to, right? Man, I can go straight to Shakur if he want to. I'm tired of y'all putting everybody else on Shakur and everybody else on Tank. Them brothers deserve each other. Next. Not no J. Paul, fuck Cepeda. We wipe this motherfucking bomb out. It's over with. I want Shakur. I don't want to fight nobody else, man. I don't want nobody else to beat this man. I really don't even want him to fight Lamont Roach again because I feel like round 13 is upon us. Just like when Devin Haney got beat by Ryan Garcia, so-called. Shakur ain't like that. He wanted to be the one to beat that nigga ass, man. Y'all fail to realize, man, we be wanting to be the first at a lot of shit, even on YouTube. And what the hell you think that this man don't want to be the first one to beat up on no motherfucking Tank Davis, nigga? What's up, jokey jokes? I'm not playing, man. You mean to tell me this nigga been talking all this shit, selling out all this time, and you don't take him seriously now? Ain't nothing Shakur did that told me he did not want to fight Tank Davis. You say he ain't going to the PBC? Fuck the PBC. Ain't nobody fucking with the PBC. Who signed into the PBC? Boots went to Matchroom. And he was fucking with PBC at the same time with a handshake deal with Showtime when they were still around. Didn't need to sign shit. Canelo fuck with the PBC whenever. Whenever it's clever. He go where the bag at, though. Right now, it's Turkey. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to go over there. The whole boxing world is corrupt. Everybody in it. From the private to the lieutenant is crooked, is corrupt. Even the boxers. They might come in trying to win all the belts, and you heard what this man told Floyd. Hey, man, forget about these names. Floyd wanted to fight this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. And Jay Prince said, no. We got to get this bag, baby. Fuck that sucker. He might pop you in the back of his mind. We going for the money bag, man. People that got countries behind them. Not no niggas. Niggas ain't got no country behind them. Do we? You say we got a nation? How big is the nation? And is that nation going to transform into pay-per-view vibes? I just seen on Twitter where there's a whole bunch of Mexicans out there on the West Coast out there stalking niggas now. It's getting ugly out there. So you got a lot of few people out here that don't care what Tiafimo say. They don't care about failing drug tests. They don't care about none of that. Them the powers that be. Forget the fight fans. The powers that be put Ryan Garcia back in the motherfucking mix. If they really cared about boxing and didn't want nobody to get hurt, they would have got him out of there indefinitely. Anybody that do drugs, like even Roy Jones. You know, you pop dirty, nigga. You and James Toney. Tyson Fury, Canelo, all you suckers done pop dirty, nigga. Alicia Baumgartner. You know, all y'all suckers done pop dirty, nigga. Y'all needed help. You know what I'm saying? I wish you wouldn't have got caught. You know, Ryan got caught. You know? Don't get caught slipping, homie. That's all I'm saying. We don't trust none of you guys. Not Shakur, not Tank, not none of you niggas. Not Terrence Crawford. None of you mother lovers. I don't trust none of you niggas. Definitely don't trust somebody that popped before. This is a blood sport. You can die in this sport, nigga. Man just died the other week in the ring. Get out the way, Tank. You in the fucking way, G. You need to go on and retire, homie. For real, I'm not even playing. This ain't no jokey joke, nigga. You in the fucking way, nigga. If you ain't gonna fight Shakur next, you in the way. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what your fans talking about and all these fake ass narratives and this weak ass boxing talk. Talking about you need to fight Keyshawn. You need to fight this guy. No, you don't. You need to fight the nigga you said you was gonna shut his fat mouth, nigga. That's who you need to fight. You don't think so? I think so. I think that's the only fight for you, brother. That's the only fight for you, Shakur. And if you don't want to fight Shakur, man, you know, you said you wanted to fight him. Use a capper. Use a liar. It's okay to be a cap ass nigga as long as you got money, nigga. It's been like that. Don't you know how many niggas got home from the penitentiary done told on the whole team and niggas still buying drugs from him because he got the connect? He got the sack? You niggas been flawed. You been setting niggas up for kill and turning niggas into the police snitching. Doing all kind of flaw shit and covering your face, acting like it ain't happened. Y'all went to gangster parties when niggas got home from jail and beating the murder. Knowing they did that shit. And it's a family on across the town crying at funerals. And y'all happy and drinking Hennessy, smoking and popping pills, nigga, on a so-called victory. You niggas are just like that. And on YouTube. Y'all taking up for wicketry. And there's guys out here that are professional boxers want to fight these guys. And they saying, you niggas out here, the main ones saying they don't deserve something. Like, you deserve something in life. Like, I hope your bitch cheat on you. Yeah, I hope your bitch burn you. And I hope that baby ain't sure. You don't deserve no good woman in your life. You telling another man what he don't deserve, you don't either, nigga. These niggas risk their life in the ring every time you telling this man he don't deserve this, he don't deserve that. Y'all hated on Devin Haney when he was fighting in New York against Regis. Y'all was praying and crossing your nuts and crossing your toes and, you know what I'm saying, sticking your finger in your ears, not trying to hear nothing about the man getting a good pay-per-view off of that fight. You was hoping and wishing the worst for him. You know, I ain't no big old Devin Haney fan, but I'm a black man supporter. You understand what I'm saying? And if you ain't for the reparations of the African that was stolen and brought over here to America, you really ain't supposed to be on this channel, because every now and then I'm going to be like this here. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm going to do that every now and then. You hear me? Because I say it every day in my heart and in my spirit. You say they acting like we ain't see Tank at the Diddy party? Come on, man. You know we seen that. Hey, you ain't see Tank make a toast? Or make a toast for me? I know y'all seen Tank make a toast. This nigga made a toast to Diddy. You know, when you making toast and getting squeezed, it's an issue. You getting toasted, you making toast to niggas like Diddy, nigga, and you getting squeezed and lifted up, and you ain't checking these suckers for doing that to you. Yeah, it's an issue for me, nigga. And we ain't tripping about none of that shit Coach Calvin say no more, man. We already know you don't want to fight. That's not a good style matchup. Everybody Shakur spar, he beat. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the moolah, mulo. What else that nigga said, man? He got Tank ready for Pedraza. So we know all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanted to go up to Colorado to train with Shakur Stevenson. We know all that shit by now, man. Ain't no military secret. Yeah, I already know, G. We know what the business is, homie. Yeah, we know. We know you really wanted that Jake Paul or that Pitbull Cruz fight, nigga. Probably Jake Paul more than likely because there's more money fighting Jake Paul than it is Pitbull Cruz. You already beat Pitbull Cruz. You know what I'm saying? You already beat Pitbull Cruz, homie. Ain't no sense in you beating him again. You get you a big Netflix bag. You get who ain't gonna get a Netflix bag? I want to see him fight Jake Paul. I want to see how big he get. Y'all some haters. Where the real Tank fans at, man? Where the Tank fans at that only care about his pockets? Where the Tank fans at say he can fight whoever the fuck he want to fight? Tank face about he can do what he want to do. Where them niggas at, man? Y'all niggas is hiding from me. I know y'all still out there somewhere. Y'all the real ones. Y'all the real one. Belts don't matter, nigga. Fuck that belt Lamont Roach got, nigga. We ain't got to fight Shakur to unify. What has he done? He's nothing. He ain't did shit for the sport of boxing. Where y'all at, man? Where is you suckers at? I mean, brothers at? I want to know because I want to hear this same energy. Tank ain't got to fight Lamont Roach, homie. He ain't got to do nothing but what he want to do, G. You don't feel me on that? Y'all remember when y'all used to tell me that shit 24/7 and be screaming when you said it? And be rolling your neck like a little bitty baby girl or your mommy when you say that thing to me. And it used to get me upset because I was like, man, who the fuck these bitch ass niggas think they talking to? I'm out here calling out facts and you talking to a gangster all disrespectful on YouTube. Like, man, come on, we can't see each other. D1, you talking about that cracker, angry white boy? Man, fuck D1, man. That nigga said, hey, see? I just called him a nigga. I just called that man a nigga. I called that cracker a nigga. It's okay to say nigga, but you can't call a cracker a cracker. Ain't that a bitch? I'm a bad guy for calling them a cracker, but it's okay to say the N-word. Man, cracker, I kill you. You over there talking about some, I do more than, be on YouTube. I really throw hands for real. Cracker, I kill you. You heard what Jay Prince said. I ain't taking no punches, nigga. That's when I was a jitterbug. You old, you about my age, D1. You know we ain't doing no tussling and all that shit for Ness and all them other guys out there that like to put on gloves and hit on grown men's. We like to watch boxing and talk about it, sucker. We done lived our tough guy lives. We trying to raise family and take our ass to work nowadays. You let them young niggas get in the ring and box. That's why boxers retire when they get old, fool. Yeah, you don't box forever, dumbass bitch. What's up, Pharaoh? Y'all still want to call for people addresses and shit, knowing that I ain't finna send you no fucking address. I be at Duncan Park every week, though. With my peoples out there having fun, living the life. Training children. Yeah.
Tank ain't taking no pay cut. I've been saying that for years. Again, we got to find the biggest fights too. You understand? And he's one of
what other big fights you think there are other than
I ain't even gonna tell you yet. I ain't even gonna tell you. There's some big fights out there. You will go, okay, that's a good one.
Say, is there anyone you want to fight?
Yeah, Shakur.
Why?
Because you talked a lot.
And what happens in that fight?
I stop it. How you gonna do it, man?
I saw you posted it's Tank against everybody.
Yeah.
How you like it that way?
Yeah. That's how you say the bullshit. They say fuck everybody.
And worldwide, you fought in England. Is there any other country you'd love to fight at?
everywhere. Besides Saudi Arabia.
What if they pay you 200 million? And 2 Ferraris, 2 Lambos, sorry.
No. You know why? Because he tried to act like his guy was Devin.
Okay.
So they was down there sending me over there to lose. You know how it would go. You know how it would go. Everybody in this room would know how it would go. You know what I mean? But I guess it'd be good for the sport if we fight now and later.
Name that somebody knows.
Tank fought 8.
No, wait. Bernard, he knows. Get what I'm saying? Tank Bernard. Who he fought? Only person he fought was the army.
Valdez, maybe.
Valdez had a name in the Spanish world, yes.
That's about it. That's it.
Yeah.
He sparred Valdez 8 weeks before he fought him. he sparred him 8 weeks before?
Majority of the guys that he do get in the ring, the guys he get in the ring with, he spars before he fight him. He already been in the ring
So
with
he's
him.
familiar with him. Let the truth be told.
We pay attention.
But he sparred with Tank.
And again, when Tank was going for his world title, matter of fact, I keep telling you, we grew up together. Tank was in camp when he was getting ready to turn pro too. We used to go to his gym too.
Y'all all know each other, man. That's wild. Y'all all know each other like that.
So that's why I keep telling Shakur, stop there, yo. We good. The fight gonna happen.
That's why I keep telling Shakur, stop there, yo. We good. We're going to fight gonna happen. That's why I keep telling Shakur, stop there, yo. We good. We're going to fight gonna happen. You know, I get it though. The other people on the other side, woo. Just keep doing what you're doing and build your statics up. Build your statics up where when you go to the table, I call them bargaining chips. You got some bargaining chips. Smart. At the end of the day, somebody gonna get hurt. You know? So it gotta make dollar sense, and I always speaks about it. If it ain't making dollar sense, it ain't making no sense, you know?
I always tell Shakur this. The fight gonna happen. It's just on what terms.
I always tell Shakur this. The fight gonna happen. It's just on what terms.
I always tell Shakur this. The fight gonna happen. It's just on what terms.
You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting in a chair right now. He's calling the shots, but will his team take the money? That's what it's really about.
Yes, sir. And so y'all say y'all sending them something? Y'all getting something?
We're gonna send. Again. We got to find the biggest fights too. You understand? And he's one of.
What other big fights you think there are other than
I ain't even gonna tell you yet. There's some big fights out there. You'll go, okay, that's a good one.
We got to find the biggest fights too. You understand? And he's one of.
What other big fights you think there are other than?
I ain't even gonna tell you yet. There's some big fights out there. You'll go, okay, that's a good one.
Oh, there are a bunch of good. I mean, it's Tank's a big fight. Period.
Yeah,
so there's gonna be.
It's some good. I'm like this. I don't like the Shakur fight unless they deal with the negotiate. It's not because
I'm like this. I don't like the Shakur fight unless they deal with the negotiate. It's not because
they scared. Nobody's scared of nobody in this game. Let's get that straight. The fighter's gonna fight. We have to save the fighters from killing themselves. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you sit there and look at certain things, you need two fighters to engage. Shakur already sit there and say, I'm gonna fight my fight. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? It's my job to crack that goddamn safe. You with me?
Yes, sir.
I'm not even worried about that. And Shakur know that. I'm not worrying about that because the fight gonna happen one day. You know what I'm saying? It just gotta happen on the moolah series. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
So you understand
yes,
business.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? So when you sit there and look at it, right, you know, they're gonna sit there and say, okay, it's gonna cost us this much for the show. Where we gonna put it at? And the fighter asking for this, and Tank ain't taking no pay cut. I've been saying that for years.
Tank ain't taking no pay cut. I've been saying that for years.
He ain't taking no pay cut. And we go from there. But then if we give you an offer that makes sense to make the fight happen, they go, oh no, that's not enough. Woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep it moving. You know?
That makes that makes sense, man. That makes sense, man. So
the moolah, serious. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you know, Tank ain't taking no pay cut, man. You know, he gonna keep on fighting these guys, man, where he can get the most and not the less. I ain't mad at you, bro. When, you know, guys gonna have to take a pay cut to fight him. You bet your ass on that. If you want to fight Tank, unless you dealing with Turkey, you gonna have to take a pay cut, nigga. And that's all Shakur telling you suckers, man. Turkey got the bag, he trying to throw it out there. You gotta take it. Nigga, I ain't never seen black people that did not try to take advantage of somebody throwing away money. I see you niggas brag about how these boxers and these entertainers you be loving and lusting out they car game and how they be buying jewelry and bling and diamond, how they niggas be making it rain at the club. You wishing you can do it, then you hate when they do it. Like, this is the same thing with niggas, man. We used to always, when we was little, be like, that's my car. That's my car. All the fanciest cars, though. We ain't gonna pick no hoopty. You know, when niggas make it rain and just live extravagant, you know, and then get mad at the Chinese for exposing us, you know what I'm saying, for buying all these Pradas and Gucci's and shit, and they really about 25 cents to make. You know what I'm saying? You know, now all of a sudden it's an issue and somebody making it rain and blowing money and not giving a fuck. You know, and that's what we do. That's what we cater to. We love to see niggas blow money. We love to count other niggas' money. For sure. You know why we love it so much? Because we created it. We created mathematics and science. We are the originators of that. It's in our spirit to be concerned about the cash, the money, the dollars. Well, that's exactly what we are, concerned about other people's money. But now we got this European spirit in us, and we hating on other people's money. Ain't that a bitch? Oh, you don't want this man to blow no money unless he looking like you. You okay with niggas destroying their wealth and blowing their money and just throwing it out there and buying all kind of bullshit cars and houses and cars and clothes and foreign hoes. You know, you niggas so much for America, but you buy, as soon as you get you some money, you go buy you a foreign car and some foreign clothes and get you a foreign hoe. Yes, you do. You don't give a fuck about Chevy or Ford. You don't care nothing about none of this American shit. Now black-owned businesses or nothing. You ain't gonna support it at all. I heard a lady tell me she don't support black businesses. I said, why? And you know what her answer was? And she's supposed to be educated. She's like, why would I support black business when I can, you know, like if I start a business, I'm gonna take my business to Chinatown or Town. I say, is they gonna let you in Chinatown or Town to sell your products? No, they're not gonna let you in white America to sell the products in White Town. So you're gonna have to sell it in Nigger Town, and you're gonna want your people to fuck with you unless you got a product that sells to everybody, like drugs. Then you can go to Chinatown and Town and White Folk Town and Nigger Town, because that sells everywhere. And if you don't want the black people's business, fuck you, bitch. Same as Tank, same as anybody that roots for that nigga. You know, it was an outcry and an uproar that he wasn't fighting no slick black fighters until he got a hold of Frank Martin. But is Frank Martin a slick black fighter? He's just a nigga to me that ain't fought nothing but, yeah. I got to go over that man's shit again. Because you already know he started late. And he's the same age as Tank. That's a given. This man ain't never fought for the title, never fought a world champion, none of that shit. He only known and popular because, you know, hey, man, you know, you was getting beat up by Artem. And, you know, you associated with the big fish. You know, you gonna buy you a couple jewelries, a couple little necklaces, man, you know, blow that. They love to see Frank Martin in the strip club making it rain and blowing that money, but they don't like to see Turkey Island Sheik making it rain and blowing that money, only offering VIP sections to the fight. Y'all upset y'all can't go to a fight y'all wasn't even gonna go to in the first fucking place, suckers. It was a party out there. Y'all ain't used to parties either. You ain't never went to no party. A lot of niggas talk shit about the events that Turkey put on, never went to a fucking extravagant type of event before. You know, when he first came out, I think he gave away a car like Oprah. Nigga, look under your seat. You might win a fucking car at this nigga event. He should have gave out some Ferraris. You know, I don't like suckers, man. That's why I am the way I am on YouTube. And you niggas be over here talking about I'm a hater. Fuck you too. Anybody that think this boxing talk is weak and this boxing talk is a little too vulgar, fuck you, nigga. And that go for anybody that subscribes to me. And don't want to get into the chat and participate and particulate and build this channel up. We strong men's over here. We ain't no little boys. You understand me? We gonna say what we want to say and mean what we say. We're not gonna sugarcoat nothing over here. We're not gonna overlook nothing these guys are doing because it's affecting the sport of boxing. To act like Tank Davis, even Shakur ain't hurting the sport of boxing is a mischievous way of thinking. Well, how the fuck Shakur hurting boxing? Shut the fuck up, nigga. He ain't gonna fight his brother. And he like to cry a lot. He over there talking shit to Turkey, talking about he ain't getting paid, but you got overpaid for a Padley fight. Yeah, they said he was an electrician and you over there got about how much? 5 million? You acting silly asking for more money to fight Cepeda. Cepeda is a fucking tune-up. Cepeda is an undercard fight. And I'm sick of you niggas talking about it shouldn't be an undercard fight. Especially you Tank fan niggas. Cause what is you rooting for Shakur for? We want you to stay over there and keep on crossing your nuts until they bust. Yeah, man, he fight on free TV, remember? Yeah, man, this man is a runner and a track star, remember? Yeah, man, this nigga hands ain't never gonna get better. They brittle, remember? Oh, he's boring, remember? He's a crybaby, remember? He ain't gonna let his hands go, remember? What the fuck you gonna put a nigga like that on anything else but an undercard, nigga? What is wrong with you weak ass niggas? I'm sick of all of y'all. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, Fag None, the Rebuttal Entertainment, and a whole bunch of other mother lovers. What we talking about specifically you Tank Davis pages. I can go over to the other sides. Where the real boxing page is at? Right here. Boxing, nigga. Boxing. B-O-X-I-N-G, nigga. I-N-G, the art of boxing. I-N-G. Box, not fighting. Not fighting. Boxing. When you master the sport and you master anything that you do, you're the best. When Michael Jordan couldn't dunk too much on you young niggas no more, he developed his fadeaway jump shot. When y'all said he couldn't shoot three-pointers, he waited until the NBA Finals, even though he been hitting three-pointers all his career, and hit 6 in a row in the NBA Finals, nigga. Like, that's what y'all wanted me to do? I mastered the game. Shakur said he mastered the art of boxing. So I don't care what kind of power you got, what kind of speed you got. If you mastered the art of boxing, I want to see somebody beat him. Why y'all don't want to see nobody beat up Shakur Stevenson? What's up, little boy? You know, you was over here on my page last night with your other little troll page, man. Don't get too ignorant in my chat today. Do you hear me? You keep it boxing, because you still a sucker, little boy. And I told you I wrench up motherfucking suckers so I can keep an eye on them sometimes. I'm going to get real nasty and ignorant if you start trolling in my chat. And I'm going to make an example out of you, sucker. I'm the only one can talk shit to you bitches in my chat. Especially you troll-ass niggas. I don't even know if you was a nigga. You might be a Caucasoid or a Mexicano. I don't know. You niggas get on here and be having these fucking pages. I can't see you. That's why I ain't showing myself. You can see me on Instagram, Facebook, and some of my videos. We making movies now. Go to my members only page. You wants to see me. But you, because you changed your name from Boys Be Crying. But no, you still the boy that cry. Yeah, you that troll, man. You say we got to run a fade? Hold on. Let me show you something right quick. I ain't going to block you. I ain't going to block you, bro. Well, it's a necessity that we watch this video again just because you said that there. Yeah, man. Now, when these guys get special treatment, what I want you to do is take that statement you said, no, I got one page. We still got to run that fade. Go on and delete that there off my page right quick. Go on. Okay, what's wrong? Why you doing that? Some referees have melees after the fight because they feel like it's unjust stoppage. You know, what's the secret password, Tank? How did you get the referee to stop counting? I just wants to know. What did you say?
Before it was Money Mayweather, it was Pretty Boy Floyd, but you taught Floyd the money game. Me and you used to talk, and you was like, man, Floyd was always worried about, "Oh, I gotta fight him, Jay. He the best." And you said, don't get caught up in the name game, get caught up in the money game.
Right.
And you really helped him restructure his situation from a business standpoint, but even personal, how he moved with his money. Can you tell me about that meeting you had where Floyd Sr. was there, and this was like the start of you saying, hey, we getting ready to change this thing, and it's gonna be different from here on out?
So, in this restaurant, a real nice restaurant.
Out here?
Yeah, out here in Vegas. Me, Floyd, Bob, Mayweather Sr., and Todd. These were the 5 people at this meeting. And, you know, as we sit there, I saw a note being passed to, you know, Floyd Mayweather. And one of the first things he asked me, what you give my son to sign it? So I'm like, yo, Mr. Mayweather, we're not here to talk business, but, you know, if Floyd give me permission, no, Daddy, we ain't here
Back
for
up,
that.
took a knee.
We ain't here for that.
That's Floyd
How
Jr.
does that
said.
not with that?
Floyd Jr. So bam, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're not here for that, right? So he come, somebody pass him the glasses. And
They passing Floyd Sr. the glass?
yeah, pass him the glasses, and he say, you know, he seemed to like be getting angry. Man, you know, I don't care if somebody put a bullet in the back of my head, you know, something to that. And then he stood up, you know, and started like, you know, walking my way, right? And, you know, I'm sitting there in that meeting, you know, I'm always kind of prepared and ready for, I just got him trained that way, right? So as I seen him, you know, come my way, I say, Mr. Mayweather, sir, I say, you seem to be getting angry. I say, but I want you to know I can't take no punches.
Can't take no punches.
So that was my way of letting them know, you know, I'm not a nice person to be, you think you finna tee off on, it ain't gonna go right. And Floyd, he overstood that, and Floyd stood up. Floyd like, no, and Floyd started taking his jacket off.
What Floyd gonna do?
Yeah, Floyd and then squared up. I'm like, whoa.
So you say Floyd got up, took his jacket off.
Yeah,
To
Floyd.
do something to Floyd Sr.?
Well, he got up letting him know, you know, my reading of it is you got to come through me. You know what I mean? You think, and which I think was a really wise decision.
Yo, what's Yeah, man, you know, you talking about putting hands on PARTTWICE? You up out of here, nigga. I don't even want to time you out for 24 hours. I'm going to block you bitches talking about putting hands on me because it ain't going to turn out like you want it to, G. We too old for that shit talking about lacing up gloves. We talking boxing, you talking about running a fade, nigga. You going to die. You understand me? I'm the type of nigga that say I don't want no trouble. I tell you niggas that shit off the top. I say I don't want no trouble. Act like I'm a bitch ass nigga, man, when you see me in the streets. Cause I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna throw no hands with you unless I ain't got no choice. But yeah, man, you know, don't be coming in here threatening me and I ain't threatening you. Talking about you gotta run a fade with me. You ain't running no fade with me. You gonna die, homie. And that's a well-known fact. You talking to me like we homies or something, nigga. I don't like you. I don't like nothing you do or nothing you say. And I rinsed you up just to make you feel good and make you want to, you know what I'm saying, feel important, nigga. I knew you was a troll from the jump. And I see you on everybody page, man. I like to keep my enemies close. D1, what's up, man? Hit the what's the name? What you call this shit? Hit that bat line for me right quick and explain what you said to me. Hit that bat line and explain what you talking about. You do more than boxing and you work you good with your hands and all that there. Explain why you said that to me for calling you a casual. Cause you a casual, homie. You said belts don't matter. You say you can't feed your family with the belts. Use a casual talking YouTube page. Now I'd like for you to call in and explain yourself why you would say you want to put your hands on another man. A black man, that is. A nigga. You want to say that word bad, don't you, boy? Oh, okay. Why you time them out, jokey joke? Don't do that there. I want them to call in. There go the number right there on the screen, G. You want the links so people can see you? Okay. Okay, let me see if I can put this thing up here. You know what I'm talking about? I also heard you in the chat one day when I was like, I ain't used to seeing white boys slap on niggas. Remember that time when you said, you ain't been around the right white boy? Remember that there? You right. Man, you 100% right. I ain't never been around no white boy that was brave enough to slap a nigga. You okay with slapping niggas? You done slapped some niggas before? D1? It's just a question, man. You done slapped some niggas. Okay, cool. I done slapped some crackers before. I done slapped plenty of crackers. You know, we lived in Jacksonville, Florida, man. We wasn't having that there. You say stop using the N-word. Boy, you almost got timed out too. Let them use it. I want them to use it. You know, it's a freedom of speech out here in this world now. It's a freedom of speech out here, man. You can say what you want to say. Nigga is like saying brother now, huh? Or dude. I called you a nigga, D1. Ain't that shit crazy? No, I ain't never heard him say that. I ain't never heard you say that. But I know, man, listen, man, I grew up in the South. And my family from up north. So I experienced both white folk. You understand me? And you say that you grew up in the hood, but white boys in the hood don't be saying shit like fuck. You know what I'm talking about? And not the hood I'm from. And I just don't like you. I don't like you at all. I tried to talk boxing on your page a few times, and you know, y'all consider me a troll. You say you clearly got something against me. I don't know where you think this is going to go on the internet and how tough you are in real life. Don't need none of it. You the one said you put hands on people though, homie. And I told you I don't want no trouble, remember? Yeah, I tell everybody that. Let me put this link in the chat. Hold up. I tell everybody I don't want no trouble. I'm nonviolent. I'm Martin Luther King. You don't like Martin Luther King? Yeah, that's who I am, homie. I'm Martin Luther King and I don't want no trouble. But, you know, you said a whole video about you. I tagged you, remember? You don't remember when I tagged you in that video? When you talking about what you gonna do to me and what you can do to me and what you do with your hands? Remember that stupid ass, weak ass boxing talk you said at the end of the show and then went off live so I couldn't respond? I was waiting for you to hit the link so you can, you know what I'm saying, call in to the show and explain what you meant. You probably was drunk because I seen you drinking on some alcoholic beverages. A lot of time people be drinking a little too much, man. Need to slow down on their drinking, man. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe you really like rude exposure and you sneak watch me all the time, but you couldn't do it no more. You say you don't remember, I'll play it for you. I tagged you. I thought when you tag people, they see the videos. Hold on, I'm finna open it up. Just chill, brother. You know, I'm new to this YouTube shit and this internet shit, man. I'm an OG, man, you know. Old like you. Too old to be fighting, though. And you talking about you gonna put your hands on me? I know tough white boys like you in the penitentiary. But y'all respect each other. Y'all respect us, too, in the penitentiary, too. And I know that y'all went in the federal penitentiary, the white boys link up with the Mexicans whenever it's a riot. Yep, y'all form Voltron with the Mexicans whenever there's a riot in the penitentiary. And there's nothing you can do about that or say about that because it's true. You understand me? But yeah, I'll play the little video for you, brother. That's why I don't know where this is coming from, Rule. You like me? Hi, and you talking about you put your hands on me, homie. You ain't damn man ever said they anything about their hands and I liked them. You understand what I'm saying? And I grew up in an area where it wasn't cool to hang around angry white folks. So I don't like angry white people, man. You say you at work. What you asking for the link for? You couldn't click it. Hit the call to bat line. Put your shit on no ID and no call ID and call in, homie. They gonna hear you loud and clear. You ain't gotta put your real phone number on it. Or click the link. It don't really matter to me. I'm finna play this video I did about you. For sure. And you know what I'm talking about? And don't nobody sugarcoat. And I'll show you where I tagged you in this mother lover. You know, you don't tell me something about what you gonna do to me and what you can do with your hands, homie. I see through all that weak ass shit, G. And like I said, every time I come on your show, it's always somebody fucking with me when I'm trying to talk boxing. And I don't like that shit because I like to talk boxing. But no. We can't get that shit. Oh yeah, Gervontadavis fans are casuals. There you go. Let me put this shit on the deck right quick. You say my audio cutting in and out? That's because I'm doing something. Hold up. Hold up. Let me see something right quick. Thought I had you on there. Alright, so let me go to this page right quick. Put my display on that thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man, you made it seem like you wanted to beat me up, and I don't like that there. I'm taking no ass whoopings whatsoever. Especially from a white boy.
I'll be alive tomorrow. Angry white man shit. I got a lot to talk about. And I'm struggling to keep talking up here because I want to leave most of it out. I got some shit to talk about. Just wanted to come on here for a little bit. I only can casual say that. Rude, keep trying, buddy. I actually throw punches and duck punches in my life.
What that mean? What that meant, D1? Run that shit back, my nigga. Cause like you might have not took that shit offensive, but I did. And I tagged you because I ain't like what you said. Then you went off live. I don't like that there. I don't like you.
I got a lot to talk about. And I'm struggling to keep talking up here because I want to leave most of it out. I got some shit to talk about. Just wanted to come on here for a little bit. I only can casual say that. Rude, keep trying, buddy. I actually throw punches and duck punches in my life. Peace out.
I know that's right, nigga. Cracker, I kill you. You'll never put your hands on me. Hell, you won't get close.
Kill you. Cracker, I kill you. Yeah, man, I don't know what's wrong with you YouTube mother lovers. But let me tell you something, man. When I go on your channel, like I told y'all last time, I come over there to talk boxing. Now, the only people I know that talk like casuals is Tank fans. Nigga, Tank fans are casual. Now, look here, like I said on another show you seen me on, I think it was Just Do or something, man. I ain't never seen no white boy slap no nigga from my neighborhood. You might have slapped some niggas. You might have been tough enough to slap on some niggas, but I ain't never seen it. So don't be telling me what I done been around. And then when I get on your little show, I try to talk boxing and tell you that, you know, I feel like anybody that says Shakur Stevenson only steps back, jab, jab, feint, like that weak ass nigga Knockout Boxing 86 TV say that Shakur Stevenson do, ain't nothing but a mother loving casual. Just like any Tank fan that say belts don't matter. Anybody that say belts don't matter is a fucking casual. You understand? Now you got me talking like a white boy, like you know what I'm saying, like you always do, and you use the F-bombs all the time. You know white folks love, that's their favorite cuss word. Fuck! You fucking right. Fucking A. And you talking about you from the hood. That's when I start putting my eyeballs in your chat. Talking about you from the hood. What kind of hood is you from? And why the fuck is white people angry? You should not be. I don't feel comfortable around angry white people. You know, you ain't got no reason to be angry. Y'all got the privilege. You understand me? You got Trump in office. You got everything. But to let me go out like a sucker is something I'll never do. And you talking about you throw punches. So the fuck what? Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder, everybody throw punches. That don't mean they gonna disrespect a grown-ass man. And what the fuck is you insinuating? That you want to throw punches that I can't throw no punches? Like I ain't never threw no punches? Like I'm too old to throw punches. But nigga, if my back is against the wall, I'm gonna throw some punches. I'm not finna lace up the gloves with you or anybody else. And I tell people I don't want no trouble when everybody talk that shit and call me out. And now you over here talking about you throw punches. I took that offense. Because I ain't come in your chat talking about throwing no punches with you. And you know, I ain't gonna tell a man that I'm gonna throw some punches or call him out. I'm just gonna do what I got to do to him. I'm gonna do my little homework and then I'm gonna show up at your little place of residence without being seen. But see, it's cameras everywhere now, so ain't no future in being no gangster on no YouTube, especially when I'm out here every week with the children, teaching them game and life and giving youth, especially the young black youth, because we got the least amount of fathers in our household. So don't you never disrespect me, especially when I come to your channel and talk boxing. Now, like I said, use a casual. Because you say that Shakur don't do nothing but step backwards. And he got the best defense statistically in boxing, sucker. Now, what the fuck is I'm supposed to say when you talking lies and putting narratives out there? Now, I asked you on your channel, what's the solution? Because all I hear Tank fans do, and some Devin Haney fans do, is motherfucking hate. And I always just talk about, oh, he an undercard. He deserved to be the fucking main in the trash. Man, fuck that. He the undercard. The man getting paid, though. What's the solution to getting him on the big card? Because it sure ain't going to be a whole bunch of hating motherfuckers that say he stepped backwards. Why you say he supposed to be on the main card if all he do is step backwards, sucker? You don't listen to what the fuck you just said? You gonna give a nigga praise and then try to talk and tear him down at the same time? What the fuck kind of boxing talk is that? That's some weak ass boxing talk. You think Cepeda gonna do this shit against Shakur Stevenson? You some dumb ass boxing talk YouTube pages out here. And white boys ain't never supposed to be angry in America. I ain't never felt comfortable around an angry white man. Especially an angry white boy. Cause you's a boy if you're in your feelings about me calling you a casual and you said some casual shit. Now I'ma tag you in this video because I don't want no sneak listening, sneak dissing, none of that weak ass shit. You knockout boxing, get knocked out boxing 86 TV. Tell that weak ass bitch to unblock me so I can hit his fucking link. Tell that bitch to unblock me so he can stop telling people I ain't motherfucking hitting his fucking link and talking in his fucking chat. Yeah, we watch you bitch ass niggas every motherfucking day. You and get BFTV. We watch everybody. It's a small community in the boxing game. The mother lovers that I fuck with is the people that fuck with me and don't sneak watch me like y'all do. Y'all come to my channel every day and sneak watch me. I can't get in your chat, pussy nigga. I'm talking to Get Knocked Out Boxing 86 TV. See, when a motherfucking boxer or ex-boxer call you out and say he gonna knock your ass out, you get scared and start trembling in your pantyhose. And talking about what kind of firearm you get, keep it in your lap at all times. Yeah, man, we'll never do that. Somebody talking about they gonna whoop our ass, we gonna tell them straight up, man, we don't want no trouble. But that's what I tell all you suckers that be asking for my address. I don't want no trouble. But this where I be at every weekend. I'll be at Duncan Park this weekend. We down here in Fairmont, Georgia. And what you gonna do, stop what God got coming for me? Ain't no cowards out here. And we got people to vouch for us. We ain't no mother lovers out here just talking that shit and swallowing our sweat on some fucking boxing club. We got real stripes out here. You over here acting like a street nigga. What Floyd Mayweather told Bill Haney dumbass when he called after he got his son beat up and gumming in the middle of the ring? Talking about he for the streets. He say, Bill, we ain't for the streets. Fuck the streets. Nigga, we about this money game.
And y'all trying to fuck up the money, man. Nigga come to your motherfucking weak ass channel trying to motherfucking talk boxing, and you over here talking some casual shit and think I ain't gonna say nothing about you, white boy? Cracker, I'll kill you. Ever think you gonna put your motherfucking hands on me? Ain't damn nigga or cracker gonna put their motherfucking hands on me. Do you understand me, cracker? Pussy ass niggas, whoever the fuck y'all think y'all is, you think you're a nigga. Cause you over here thinking you really wanna use the N-word, don't you, cracker? Cracker, I'll kill you. You got me fucked up. Talking about you throw hands for real. What that supposed to mean? Like I ain't got no battle scars. I ain't got no motherfucker. We ain't had to fight after a certain age, but we still love to do it. And niggas feared us. Nigga, we had tournaments and fight, nigga. We had to fight for our lives. We got courage to not sneak diss and sneak watch mother lovers. We come in you bitch ass, you punk bitches chat and put our eyeballs in there and try to talk boxing and give you respect. And then you tank ass over here coming with disrespect out of no fucking where. I heard the bitch in the chat talking about she don't even like Shakur. Why you don't like Shakur Stevenson? Well, if you don't like Shakur, what's wrong with me not liking Tank Davis, bitch ass? He wear purses. This nigga wear painted fingernails. He over there dancing with men and like an Oreo in the middle. He dancing with his drawers. He over here talking shit. He over here talking bad about black women, talking about calling Carson Shields Juwanna man. This motherfucker don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. This motherfucker don't want to fight nobody but Jake Paul. Now y'all want him to fight Lamont Roach again because you felt like, you know what I'm saying, the man really beat him. And you want to get some get back. But hit my like, hit my subscribe. I meant what I said when I said what I said. I said it again like I said it then. Ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing from Frisco to Maine, from San Fran to Japan. It's all about the money game with me. Hit my like, hit my subscribe. Get me up to 1 billion subscribers. These suckers can't fuck with me. Now you niggas trying to make raps and shit in your little videos. You know I can't hit your motherfucking link and talk in your chat, pussy nigga. I heard that little weak ass rap you was spitting. You drunk as fuck. You.
Yeah, man, get that weak ass boxing
In
talk
other news,
out of
Georgia
here, nigga.
residents are going to be happy to hear this. It just came out. There's a new
Fuck that.
website where any Georgia resident, as long as you live within a zip code in the state.
Shut up, bitch. Hey, play this motherfucking video about Toussaint level. I mean, not Toussaint level 2, about how they bored Nat Turner and cut his dick off. Y'all, hey, man, we don't trust you.
Nat Turner.
You angry.
Not only did they kill him, but they flayed him, meaning they skinned him. They beheaded him, they dismembered him, and then they rendered him into grease, meaning they boiled him. Usually you might be saying, well, who is Nat Turner? I'm glad you asked.
That's what an
Let's
angry
get
white
right
man
into
to do
it.
to you.
Before Malcolm X, before the Black Panthers, even before the Civil War, there was Nat Turner, you all. Now, most of you all may know
I don't even want to hear that shit, right? That's depressing.
Understand who he.
That's too depressing to hear what they did to
I'll be
Nat.
live tomorrow, angry white man.
Yeah, take your ass live right now so I can click your link. Click mine's on. You said you was gonna click it. Let me get back to my little what's the name? Yeah, I made a video about your dog ass, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see something right quick. I make video about all you mother lovers that got that weak ass boxing talk. You know, you got some weak ass boxing talk, you're gonna get talked about over here. Especially if I come to your page talking boxing and you mother lovers act like I'm the one trolling. Act like I'm the one trolling, man. What's up, Legacy? Yeah, ain't nobody trolling, man. Everybody asking real valid questions about this boxing talk, and y'all don't want us to ask the certain type of questions. That's all. You say D1 real too. Okay, he might be real to you. I said, I don't blame you because what he said rude, but I don't think he meant it directly to you when he said he throw punches. It was a general metaphor. Don't use general metaphors with me. Yeah, I don't, it's a lot of boxers out there that I know can fight, right? But if they say the same thing D1 says, the same shit, the same type of video, and the same type of feeling, because certain things don't need to be said around certain people. When you get around your mama, do you curse? And if you do, that's probably because she let you when you was a child. When you get around your granny, do you curse? No, you are weary and careful of what you say around your elders. And there's no misunderstanding when you curse or do anything bad in front of granny or mama. As they ain't trying to hear that shit, they gonna pop you and they gonna discipline you. And you're gonna have to take that there and you're gonna have to do better. Cause I don't want to hear none of that shit and that weak ass boxing talk no more, cause I done called you something that you are. Now you over here talking about Shakur don't do nothing but step back, step back, step. That sound like a casual, right? If you were the type of guy to say Tank can fight whoever he want to fight, that's true, but nigga, that's some casual talk. You know, belts don't matter. That's casual talk. You know, you can't feed your family with that belt. All that shit, nigga, I ain't supposed to call that shit out. What's up, Devontae? I ain't supposed to call that shit out. Well, I'm supposed to let you just, so if that's the case, Tiafimo, you know what I'm saying? You misunderstanding how he said nigger. He was just playing with y'all. Y'all took it serious. How about that one, Legacy? Since I was misunderstanding what that white boy was saying, yeah, y'all was misunderstanding how Tio was talking. Huh? You already heard him say to Terrence Crawford, he just promo, he just promoting, just trolling, just kicking it, ha jokes, right? Hey, Legacy, I noticed something about you. You a peacemaker. I noticed something about you. You was a peacemaker and you stay wanting me to go to other people's channels. Did you like my name up in any one of these pussy niggas chats and say, hey man, unblock Rude Exposure and go over there and let them, you know what I'm saying, go over to Rude Exposure's channel. I've been watching these videos and I ain't seen you did it not one time. But you will come over here and tell me that this guy didn't mean this guy didn't mean that. How do you know? How do you know that's what they meant? How do you know these pussy niggas ain't watching me right now? Why don't you get in my chat or go in them niggas chat and say the same shit you saying in my chat, but like my name up, Legacy? Cause ain't damn one of them pussy niggas that you over there fucking with gonna do what I do. I ain't talking about you, D1. I'm talking about Get Knocked Out Boxing 86 TV and Fag None and the Rebuttal Entertainment. Tank pages that call what I say trolling. No, you say, I don't know who done blocked you, but I told you on multiple occasions, brother. And then you say, but I would vouch for you because you a real one to me. But you didn't say, I will vouch for you. You said, I would. You say, I misunderstood you. Well, I told you to hit the link or call in and straighten me. I can stand a straightening. Because I played the video. And you say, I do more than just talk this boxing. I place these gloves up because you was mad at me for calling you a casual. No, I think Shakur should stay right at 135, homie. Because we not finna let Tank get away with nothing. We gonna stay right there and put the 85 Bears defense up. We trying to beat Tank before somebody else beat Tank. That's what Shakur want. But yeah, man, ain't nobody over here. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this, and fuck what everybody else say, nigga. Ain't no YouTubers over here doing it like this. Cause we cooking 24/7. You can still do you though. I ain't hating on nobody who be always putting in that work. Hashtag respect the culture and grind. Hashtag standing on business. Hashtag the hustle and bustle. It don't stop. Hashtag we stay focused on the grind 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all day, every day. Do you feel me? Hashtag unbiased truth. Hashtag kicking knowledge and motivational speech representative. Hashtag and still the undisputed, undefeated knockout artist, championship mentality, undefeated, Knockout artist, championship mentality. Never ever give up on your goals and always take your losses like you take your wins, cause it make you grow bigger and even better than before. Lover of good music and soul food. Big cars and designer dreaming of luxury living on mansions and hills. Always striving for greatness. Nothing's impossible for a real one though. I am legacy over currency. I am for the best fighting the best. Always bring clarity to the sport of boxing. No ducking, no cherry picking, no excuses after a loss. I am the most righteous person you ever seen in your entire lifetime. So let's keep it moving, gang. Boy, you wrote that shit for me. Hey, Legacy, I'm read your description on YouTube, nigga, and you telling me to go to another nigga page? Don't never say that shit again in my chat again, homie. Don't you never come over here and telling me where I need to go. You do that shit to them pussy niggas. You hear me? Hey, man, if you respect me, D1, man, it's dead then. It's dead then. I meant what I said when I said what I said. I said it again like I said it then. Ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing from Frisco to Maine, from San Fran to Japan. It's all about the money game with me. Hit my like, hit my subscribe. Get me up to 1 billion subscribers. If you fuck with me, fuck with me. Like me up in the chats and these pussy niggas chats and be like, hey, this nigga Rude is a real one. Or leave me alone. Y'all better leave me alone. You know? Leave me alone, man. Let me talk to myself sometimes. Sometimes I be in this motherfucker talking 5 hours straight. And don't nobody participate in my chat. With no help from a troll, no help from nobody. 5 fucking hours straight. Maybe sometimes 8 or 9 or even 10. I got that much catalog and that much vocabulary, and I'm very loquacious, man. Ain't nobody fucking with me on this YouTube shit, nigga. No, he good. I don't want no apologies, bro. I don't like when men apologize. I hate that shit. Just do better. Like I said, like me up, run me up, get me up there. Because you know this is the place to be. We throw a few links in the chats here and there, but I don't depend on people to help me with my show. We got the hotline up there 24/7. We help young youth out here in the community every time we get a chance to. Especially the young black youth. And like I said from the beginning, man, this is that type of channel. Where if you are not okay with the reparations for the black African that was stolen from Africa, you ain't supposed to feel comfortable on this channel anyway. I can't go to your type of parties. You can't go to my type of parties and feel comfortable. We different. But that don't mean we can't motherfucking get along. Like, I had a conversation with a Mexican brother the other day. And we agreed to disagree on certain things, man. But you had certain conversations with some black people when T.O. was saying the N-word, and they were calling for boycotts of all other races, like especially the Mexicans in the gyms. What kind of shit is that? So if you listen to me on other channels, man, you'll be like, okay. Oh, so this how he think. But then you listen to me here, it's the same shit. I ain't saying nothing different. Matter of fact, let me go to that page, man. Because I don't like when people think I'm, not somebody that you can trust. You can trust everything that come out my mouth. I can't trust nothing the Tank fans say. I can't trust it because they cater and cap too much. Hey, Jokey, all right, man. He don't come troll me, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might go on other pages and fuck with other people, but Jokey Joke don't fuck with me like that. Jokey Joke come over here and kick the shit, make a few jokes, a few jokey jokes, and talk boxing with me. He don't troll me, so I fuck with Jokey Joke, G. Yeah, it go both ways, and I even came to your channel before that day. And I had the same incident, remember? And I got on your channel and I hit your panel and I told y'all, I don't like that there. You got people in the chat atting me, hating, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking boxing. And then it happened again. Yeah, I only give people one chance to fuck over me, man. But I'm cool with the apologies, man, because I still watch you. I watch you all the time. I listen to all your videos. When you see the motherfucking like buttons, I hit Knockout Boxing 86 TV like button. I hit anybody that I listen to and can hold my ear for more than 10 seconds, I hit your like button. You hear me? So if it's only 3 people in the chat and you got 1 like, them 2 motherfuckers are fake. Because I done hit it. So hit it. We trying to make movies. Hold on, let me see what this is. Yo. Who this? Oh no, that's a telemarketer. We need some real guys to call in, man. I be having a lot of telemarketers call. You know what I'm saying? You say who should be Tank next opponent after Roach? Jake Paul. I want to see it. I want to see it. I don't care what y'all want to see. I want to see Jake Paul and Tank Davis because I know what Tank is now. Tank ain't no killer. Tank is a entertainer. You understand me? Tank ain't no killer. Tank is an entity. He could have been a killer. Floyd ruined that. Tank signed anywhere else but PBC, he'll kill him. Now, we all different, man, because if I go to I ain't saying UKKK, but it's a lot of things that black people can't do, right? Like, we can't go downtown and get police protection like the KKK do. You understand me? And I would never go downtown and act like Kanye West and wear a hood. That's for them. I let them have that shit. Y'all can have that KKK shit. That's cool. But I know I would be uncomfortable if I was over there with them. Now, I'm pretty sure if you go to a party back in the 60s and they got James Brown playing, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. A whole bunch of afros and friends, you'll feel uncomfortable too, even though you might be there with somebody. We all feel different. Like, I went to this neighborhood one day because this girl told me it was a gym over there. So I said, okay, I'm going to pull up at the gym. So when I pulled up in that motherfucker, bro, it looked like Mayberry. It wasn't no niggas, like the Twilight Zone. I was uncomfortable when I stepped out my car. And when I went into the gym, it's like everybody stopped working out when I walked in that motherfucker. Because I was looking for the chick, and she wasn't there yet. So when the dude was like, hey, man, can I help you? They trying to see what the fuck I'm doing over here for. I say, no, sir, I was just looking for somebody, man. Let me get up out of here. I already know the energy. I'm out of here, man. I ain't want it. I ain't trying to fit in either, because I'm not finna change my speech pattern like a lot of you niggas do. A lot of niggas, even my mama, guilty of this shit. Or get around white folks and start talking proper. Around they boss man and start talking, yes, sir, no, sir. I had a homeboy cut all his goddamn dreads off before he went to trial. Like that was gonna make a difference. I say, what you cut your dreads off for? Man, they look at the dreads like, you know what I'm saying? We street niggas, I'm gonna cut my dreads off, try to get the good boy look. Nigga, you was a nigga. They killed Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. They ain't got no dreads. They had low cut fades. I'm just saying, we ain't the same, man, but we can get along as far as, like, you understand me, boxing talk. Because I'm not finna hang with nobody that talking about they can put their hands on me and then drink alcohol. Oh, no, no, no. You drink alcohol, that shit breeds a whole bunch of hostility. And like I said, man, I be uncomfortable around people that's angry, not just white boys that's angry. Niggas. If you see a nigga that's angry, man, be careful, because he'll kill you. Shit, he'll kill you dead, boy. And I don't want to die. I love living fucking bitches getting high. So I'm gonna do something for you. I'm gonna make sure these motherfuckers can't fuck with you. I'm gonna wrench you up. Like I told y'all ain't gotta give me no wrench, cause I am a wrench. When a motherfucker block me and get me out of there, they just block me and get me out of there. But don't be telling people that I'm talking to get knocked out now. Don't be telling people niggas ain't hitting your motherfucking link, bitch ass nigga. Puss ass nigga. Ain't nobody motherfucking ducking your weak ass boxing talk, homie. Everybody know you ain't gonna be able to win on them type of channels because they gonna over talk you and keep on what you call it, gaslighting you. That's what the ladies do. They gaslight niggas. You know, where this mother loving video at? You know what I'm saying? You say Mario Barrios pissing me off with that Pacquiao-ish, man. You don't understand what's going on with the Mario Barrios situation. You see what I'm saying? Like, Floyd Mayweather is going to get the winner of this fight. I bet you. I bet you. Because he already contacted Mario Barrios before he started with the Pacquiao fight. And he was trying to get him to fight in Dubai. Yeah. Floyd coming back, baby. Believe that. And I'm not bullshitting, man. He coming back. And it's going to be lovely. I can't wait. I can't wait. Because Suleiman will sanction that shit. Suleiman will sanction because he fucks with Floyd. Just like Suleiman's father, God bless the dead, fucked with Don King. Oh, yeah. Let me get this off my screen right quick. Hold on. I was looking for something at first. Yeah, man, you know, these guys can't retire. They can't let it go. These guys want to get that money. They already saying that he going broke. That's what Tank said. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, I want Mario to beat this guy. I don't want to see Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao too. I want to see the guy that you contacted first. You contacted Mario Barrios first because you wanted to fight someone younger. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's like I be wanting to understand it, and you had cut the live off too quick for me, D1. When you said that, and we could have got that shit out the door then. You know what I'm talking about? When you said what you said, man, I was like, damn, you gonna cut the live off on me? I was very upset. And you know, you can't take back shots, so I ain't tripping about that. I don't be wanting no apologies from no man. You know what I'm saying? We make suckers apologize. You know, we make suckers do that shit, man. You know, real man's supposed to apologize for shit. You just do better. You say Barrios a PBC puppet, and listen, that's why they picked him for Tank. You know what type of style you was putting in the ring against Tank Davis, brother. Tank knocked that shit out. Tank would knock that shit out every time. As soon as you put a Mexican in front of Tank, ice, 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 ice. You put a motherfucking slow foot nigga in front of Tank, ice, ice, ice. Like Frank Martin. You know, I know why y'all pick Frank Martin. It's cool. He ain't doing no tripping whatsoever. You know? But you ain't finna fool me no more. Cause matter of fact, you know what? I don't know why they don't believe in me. I made a video and I called Nintendo. Long time ago. I was like, Nintendo, man, we got this nigga named Tank Davis out here, boy. He knocking shit out. Do you hear me? Yes, he is. He knocking shit out. And y'all need to make a video game just like y'all made Mike Tyson Punch Out. Y'all need to form it just like Mike Tyson Punch Out and name that shit Gervonta Davis Punch Out. And they said they couldn't give me credit for it. I say, cool, just make the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I want to do is play the video game like the same way Mike Tyson Punch Out was set up, where you got to go through different styles. You know, the first person you fight on Mike Tyson Punch Out It's Abdullah Mason. I mean, Glass Joe. And then you move up and you fight different styles after different styles. You know what I'm saying? And eventually you get to Mike Tyson. So that's how it'll be with Gervonta Davis. And then turn around, here go Turkey Al-Sheikh talking about he finna motherfucking make a video game like what you call it, Street Fighter. I'm saying, man, somebody over here watching and listening to Rude Exposure. You got some great minds over there in that think tank thinking like me. Because I made that video about a year ago when I was a Tank fan. Yes, I was a Tank fan. So what? You understand me? Don't judge me. Don't you judge me for being no Tank fan, nigga. I seen the same shit y'all was seeing, the knockouts. You know, it was magnificent. And it fooled me for a minute because, you know, I'm a nigga. So, of course, I'm going to be fucking with the PBC off the rip. But I'm a smart nigga. And I know that all niggas ain't for niggas. And I know you got some slick, slimy ass niggas out there that deserve what's coming to them. And I seen the shit the PBC was doing. And I'm like, man, these like niggas in the street I wouldn't fuck with. Yeah, you niggas, we'll be in a shootout if you fucked over me like that in the street. Yeah, I had to pop a few collars, man, get these young niggas involved. You know, so if I'm seeing that happening with the PBC, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, deal with that type of shit, man. It's not cool. You know, and then you got these guys, they inactive, they not fighting, they waiting on the TKO series to pop. You know, they waiting on some overtime, man. These niggas ain't getting no overtime. You ain't even getting 40 hours a week. How you gonna pay your bill? Niggas ain't hitting the cash apps. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta go rob. Niggas robbing people, man. So Canelo come over there, y'all happy. He leave. You wondering when he come back like a lady. You know, when the ladies on Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, Christmas, and they be lonely around that time, man, because you know they usually the nigga with their main and their wife. You know, you might get you a call. You might stop through later on after the festivities over with. But you know, not the whole day. And you're lonely. I understand that, man. There's no problem being lonely now. I've been lonely a lot now. Is you lonely? Is you sick with a broken heart? Can you help me? 'Cause I'm down and out, and I think that I've been scarred. I can't believe you left me, baby. Did I hurt you? Did I hurt you? Did I make you cry too hard? Is you angry? Is you mad at me? Girl, the game has gone too far. I can't believe I ran you away from me. Girl, I need you. I really need you. You've been gone way too long. I wanna squeeze you. I wanna hold you tight. Even though that you did me wrong. I got your picture hanging on the wall. Even though you won't accept my call. I'm about to cry now. Even though a man ain't supposed to cry, you got me feeling like your boy, you about to die now. No. Is you lonely? Niggas be lonely out there, man. The ladies be lonely. You know? I'm trying to give you a little comfort, a little something, you know, to just, you know, take the ease and the pain off, man. But it's hard, man, you know. It's rough out here, man. These guys out here, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Where's this picture at, though? Ah, there you go. That's what they want to see. They want to see a rematch between Pacquiao and Floyd. I don't think so. I don't want to see that. I want to see the young guy. All right. Uh-oh, we got a motherfucking hit. Hold up. Yeah. We're trying to get in where we fit in, man. But if we get that we get Floyd back in the game, man, it'll pick up where it left off with Floyd. People gonna fuck with it, especially if he fight somebody younger. Nobody want to see him fight that old ass Pacquiao again. Two old people in the ring. No, you want to see old against young. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the opposites of everything. You want to see black and brown. You want to see white and black. You want to see white against black. You want to see that because, you know, niggas ain't got no country behind them, so black on black fights don't sell. That's what Coach Calvin say. You know, black on black fights don't sell, man. You know, even though Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford sold, but you know, we ain't got no country behind us, homie. Where the country at? Floyd got to go to the UK and make a whole nation hate him just to get, you know what I'm saying, get that payday like that. That's how you can get that payday. You know, you go over there to any other country, man, where they not fucking with our kind. Don't nobody fuck with niggas. You know that, right? Ain't nobody fucking with black people, homie. All over the globe, G. Niggas got it worse than everybody in the world, Craig. So even in boxing, your own kind talking about, oh, well, you know, they got a country behind them, you know. What Coach Calvin said, it's other fights out there, you know, you'll see. I know that's right. Other fights for who? For you? For your money, for your dollar, for your bang, for your buck? Not for the average fight fan that want to see a great fight and see the best fight the best. Y'all keep saying Tank the best though. We and people out here saying Shakur the best, so that's what we want to see. What is all these excuses? Why ain't Tank going to Turkey Al-Sheikh when Floyd going to Turkey Al-Sheikh? When Bob Arum going to Turkey Al-Sheikh? When Al Heyman going to Turkey Al-Sheikh? When everybody go top rank, everybody going to Turkey except Tank. When is he gonna go? Eventually, unless he retire, he's gonna have to go. Because money talks and bullshit walks. You invested billions of dollars, sir. There's no way to get around that. Billions have been spent and invested. There's no way to get around that. There's nothing you can do about it. So what are you going to do? You're going to bow down on bending knee eventually, or you're going to keep it real and get the fuck out of boxing. Because you in the way, Tank. Niggas still waiting on you to call the rematch for Lamont Roach. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and just Lamont Roach is supposed to just sit back and wait on the call, right? Just stay in the gym, don't have no time for yourself, don't party, don't even look for no other options. You better not. You better not. How long did I try that? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. You say I remember when Squeeze said you're gonna run into a brick wall. Yeah. He was talking about Tank, bro. I ain't mad at, like, if you from Baltimore and DC area, you lightweight get a pass from me. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing I do say about Smoothie King, anytime somebody come on that show, he trying to find out who Tank fighting next. I noticed that even when Leonard Ellaby was on there. Who Tank got next? Who Tank got? He want to see this shit. So I fuck with Smoothie in a way, but in another way, I can't fuck with you, Smoothie. That's why I sneak watch y'all. Yeah, I be sneak watching the Rise podcast because you said it's hate over love when you was talking to Just Do Boxing. Yeah, you let that shit slip out your soul and your spirit, man. I peeped that. I don't like that. I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? You funny. I'd laugh at you and shit, but I wouldn't hang around you, nigga. You'll cross me out. You cross your brother out. You'll cross anybody out if you got hate over love. You let that shit slip out, man. You know it's 10% truth in all jokes now. You might, I was just playing rude exposure. No, nigga. If I say you big head mother lover, you probably got a big ass head. I might be joking when I say it. You got a big ass head, brother. You know, don't do me like that. But yeah, I sneak watch the Rise podcast, man. They say a lot of things I clip on a regular basis. You say Lamont Roach fighting style was a serious problem for Tank, for sure. And the thing is, they admitted it. Barry did. And he said it's the most skilled fighter. So where's this at? Okay. All right, so I'm back. I had to do a couple things while I was talking, man. You know, I be trying to do 2, 3 things at one time, man. But, oh man, let me get back to this shit. Put this video up here, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I'm like, man, wait a minute now. This man ain't called this man out yet. You know what I mean? You know, when you get them immediate rematches, that's what Roberto Duran got caught victim of, remember? Yeah, you beat Sugar Ray Leonard, man, but nigga, that motherfucking rematch was immediate. You was over there partying. You seen Lamont Roach over there with the big ass beer at the hockey game. You know what I'm saying? So you over there partying and shit, nigga. Oh, okay. Keep on partying, nigga. Yeah. Where's Shawa at, man? I gotta check out Shawa channel. I was on Shawa channel not too long ago. You see, I subscribe to everybody, nigga. Where was I at? I was at Shawa. Where's Shawa? There she go. I was on her channel not too long ago, man. Y'all go subscribe to her channel. You know, you gotta get a female's perspective sometimes, man. You can't always just, you know what I'm saying, keep the, you know what I'm saying, because we living in a feminine world if you really think about it. Yep. Is this it? I think this was, I don't know which one was it. I think it was this because we was on that for a minute, and they was talking about T.O. Yep. And I came on there, man, giving my little thing, man, dropping my little spiel, cause you know a lot of people was against, you know what I'm saying, Mexican people, and I was upset about that because you know they all come from us. Everybody is originated from a black man, you know, and we all brothers. At the end of the day, we just different brothers from different mothers. That's all. Well, let me hear what they got to say on this shit. I forgot.
Accordingly. But with some of you brothers from our, and I know some people are like, well, why are you always talking about, you know, the brothers? I expect my enemy to act like my enemy. I do not play with them. But see, when Terrence Crawford put his arm around T.O. and we sit and say, okay, well, he's in Saudi, so he can only do so much, T.O. still thinks it's a game. Nobody should have said nothing to T.O. until it was time to fire off on him. See, down here in the South,
stop
the
right
Klan, the races that are still down here, we don't even have these type of...
You a fucking lie, nigga. And I ain't want to say nothing on her show right then and there. But, man, miss me with all that down south shit. Niggas are more oppressed down south than ever by white folks. You niggas just tough when it's okay to be tough, man. But you niggas ain't did nothing like them boys in Cincinnati. I ain't seen it on the news. Yeah, when the KKK marched in your neighborhood, nigga, you niggas sit back and like, man, them crackers better not come through the neighborhood. They can stay downtown. Man, them boys went downtown wherever them motherfucking crackers was marching at and snatched their flag. In Cincinnati.
Playful conversations. They know and we know that if they become a habitual line stepper, it's gonna be hell to pay. So there is mutual respect amongst the hate.
That's a lie. You know how many lynchings still go on down south? Especially in Florida. Throw your ass in that swamp. Be a real swamp, nigga. They still got sundown towns out here. Go to Georgia. That's a KKK state. And they'll do it and running with the rebel flag down on their motherfucking trucks right in your face. Yeah, I know that's right.
What's going on in the sport of boxing is everybody feels that they can play with black people. And that's happening on you all's watch.
No, nigga.
You brothers who are in the sport.
That's happening on your watch. Because I don't know white boys play with me over here. Nobody. Not no niggas, not no white boys, not no nobody. We men. But y'all made it okay for them white boys to say nigga and Mexicans to say nigga and everybody else to say nigga because you call white people niggas. You call Mexican niggas. You call everybody a nigga. I was at work and the motherfucker was talking about this white boy, right? But he kept saying, man, that nigga this, man, that nigga that, man, that nigga this, man. I knew who he was talking about. But I just wanted to fuck with his brain. I'm like, who is you talking about, bro? Man, that nigga right there. Who, the white boy? Oh, yeah, nigga, straighten that shit for me. That's not no nigga. We took that word from them crackers because they was using it to make us feel bad and talk shit about us. So we added an A to it. It's still nigga. But we made it seem cool to say now. You got NWA, niggas with an attitude. You got all kind of people saying nigga. It's okay to say that shit now, right? No, it's not. Because I was watching this podcast, man. I forget the brother's name, man. But he was like, your grandmama ain't going to be cool with that. And if she ain't cool with it, I ain't cool with you saying that word. Granny ain't finna let no white folks say nigga in front of her. And Granny don't even like when you call white folks nigga. Because they not no niggas. Now, if we can say nigga on YouTube, what's wrong with saying cracker on YouTube? Because cracker, I kill you, man. Listen, man. They showed Muhammad Ali, and he was talking to this white guy on the interview. He was like, man, imagine if it was 10,000 snakes, and they was all poison. They'll kill you with one bite. And then you got 1,000 snakes mixed in with the 10,000. Am I supposed to just leave my door open and hope them 1,000 snakes help kill them other thousands and thousands of snakes? I don't know who's who. Y'all look like snakes to me. So it prevents me from fucking with everybody. So y'all been treating me so bad all my life, I don't know what to think no more. I didn't grow up in them multicultural neighborhoods where you got good people on both sides, like Trump said. I don't know that shit. I just know black neighborhoods, black schools, all black everything. And the only time we really seen white folks when they was coming in there to buy drugs or the police. You ain't never been in them type of neighborhoods before? Bro, I ain't really started seeing white folks till I came to Florida. And my mama job moved up from Memphis to Florida, Jacksonville that is, and I was young. But I was in Chicago at the time when she made the move, getting in trouble up there. So when I got fucked up at the age of like 13, my mom was like, send my son back to me. But by that time, she had moved from Memphis to Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm 13 going to Jacksonville. I ain't never known nobody down here. You go to Chicago and Memphis, Tennessee, you don't see no white people you see, man, be the police. And so when I went to Florida, it was a culture shock to me. And I seen white boys with gold teeth and dreads and all that shit back in the 90s. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought this was some shit on TV. Like Vanilla Ice, I was laughing at him because he had the little slick hair and shit, Ice Baby, but you know, the only black white rappers I really listened to back in the day was Paul Wall. And I thought he was a nigga at first. Because I ain't seen him, I just heard him. It's Paul Wall, baby. He sounded like a nigga. And when I seen white boy Larry, and he had the gold teeth and the dread, and he was saying, my nigga this, my nigga that, we almost got in a fight. I'm like, who the fuck is this white boy over there saying nigga? Oh man, he straight, he cool. Fuck that, ain't nobody cool. But you know, it's a different era now. It's a different world. So I had to learn way back then that this is becoming the trend. We done let everybody in our living room say nigga. We got rap groups called Nigga with Attitude. We got nigga everywhere. Nigga is not a bad word no more to them, but to Granny it is. So if it's not good to Granny and it's good to you, who's the right one? Who's the wrong one? Oh, maybe Granny too old-fashioned. Man, shit, you used to be able to leave your door open in the neighborhood. Wasn't that good? Your children could have got discipline from the next door neighbor back in the days. Wasn't that good? You can get a helping hand from a man back in the days, man, and not have to worry about nothing, man. You can get a job and feed 12 children with one job back in the day. That wasn't good. So I'm gonna go with, you know what I'm saying, the fact that it's a part of the English vocabulary. You need to put that shit, you know what I'm saying, where it's either banned or in the dictionary. And I remember when they tried to bury the N-word back in the early 90s, my mama, all of them, at my aunties and shit, the politicians. Man, that shit lasted like 5 minutes, man. Nigga, please. And it's hard to stop saying it. I tried to stop saying the N-word a couple of times, man, but it's like, let me put it like this. They didn't have this in our generation for generation after generation after generation. We grew up listening to it, grew up listening to our uncles. They grew up listening to it. They grew up listening to their uncles and their aunties. We've been listening, we've been getting called nigga for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. But you want me to immediately just stop saying that there? Never. Because it's embedded in my vocabulary just like I say any other curse word that I need to stop saying. And when I get upset, I say, God damn it, motherfucker, bitch, shit, fuck, damn. And I try to switch it into mother lover, but it's still a curse word. You can say nigga or nigger. It's the same thing to me. Matter of fact, when Teofimo Lopez said keep all the black boxers, I brought top rank, Budweiser to top rank, that's the same thing as nigga to me. But y'all was not outraged about that. So instead of saying nigga, you just say black. Okay, keep all the niggas. I brought top rank Budweiser. Or keep all the black boxers. I brought Budweiser to top rank. Either way it go. Y'all been knew this, right? You been heard him say that, right? But now y'all outraged that he said E-R-A on the end of the word. That you niggas call white folks and Mexicans niggas all day. And then you say up north it's okay for them boys to say that shit, don't you? That's just how we talk up here in New York, son. But y'all said he from Florida. It's okay in Florida, it's okay in there, it's okay all around the world. But you better not call no Jewish person no name out here. Not on the internet. Not on your channel. Yeah.
And these organizations, people who are asking, well, how come the organizations aren't doing anything? That's because a lot of these racists are on the board of directors. These racists make up the organization, and they feel that since pressure on them, if no one is going to say anything to them, then why do they, or why should they chastise their own? And I'll land plane right there.
Well, man, you just said it right there. It's in a nutshell, like the people that run this shit. And the majority of the fan base, man, whether they got to admit it or not, they with that. They cool with that. And you talking about dollars and cents, man. These people gonna still want to see T.O. fight now because he done came out and showed sides, like you said. And like you said, we got a nation, but our nation ain't strong enough to hold the pay-per-view to keep him from fighting. So what we gonna do? We're gonna keep on, you know what I'm saying, want to see him get beat up, if you ask me. Because that's the only way we're gonna be able to stop T.O. from running his fat mouth. You talking about he could have did more in Saudi, but we really asking these boxers to really commit assault and battery and mess their career. It's like I don't know what we trying to figure out. What's the solution?
Well, I got the solution.
Yeah, what's the solution? Now here come the solution, right? Because I'm gonna always ask for a solution. Y'all talking about this and that, but ain't nobody coming up with a solution. Now, I heard a lot of y'all talking about, oh, Terrence Crawford, I would have did this if I would have called T.O. I would have did that. You wouldn't have did nothing, nigga. Terrence Crawford wasn't supposed to even run up on T.O. because there was a chance he might have to beat him up. And if you beat T.O. up, he going to court. He ain't gonna do like, you know what I'm saying, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Devin Haney went to court, but that was on some other shit. Ryan Garcia slapped the shit out of Devin Haney before that fight with his bare hands. He could have filed charges. You understand what I'm saying? He could have aggravated battery. Tank Davis snatched Ryan Garcia chain. He could have filed charges. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of time these guys like Caleb Plant slapping motherfuckers out here. You know, if Charlo was a chump, he could have pressed charges. He could have filed charges and got the man locked up for assault and battery, aggravated battery, whatever the fuck you want to call it, nigga. Your hands registered, sir. So I'm trying to figure out why y'all want Terrence Crawford to blow his bag on a racist. And why y'all upset about Devin Haney suing a fucking racist and a drug cheat? And y'all so, you know what I'm saying, man, get out of my face. Well, come on with this solution that you was talking about, because I want to hear it.
This is what I want people to do in the sport of boxing. It's real simple. All those who are clearly racist in the sport of boxing, because I've been doing this shit for a minute, they need black bodies doing their camps to prepare for these fights, whether it's trainers, coaches, or fighters. The brother Drew Titan, he just had Elijah Pierce on his show the other day, and he'll tell you they have to get the highest up that they can to prepare for their fights. Not only that, they are going into black-owned boxing gyms all up and down the East Coast, in Philly, in Detroit, up in New York. Like, it's all sweet, saying, well, I know, he's still a cool dude. So if don't nobody else do anything, those who are in the sport, get them out the gym. Because guess what? If you say something against the Mexican people, I promise you, you are not going in any of their gyms. I promise you to help you in your camps. It else is on code. Say something against Ukraine. Say something against the Eastern Europeans. You ain't going in their gyms. Say something against the Cubans. You better keep your ass out of Cuba. Everybody else is on code. So the black people who are in the sport, if don't nobody else do nothing, it don't take a nation, just dry them out. Keep them from succeeding. Play
Cap. And I'm going to let it play because I want to explain it before I even explain it right now, man. But that's Cap. I just want to let you know.
And accept the same way they would do it to us. And stop taking their damn money.
Let me ask you this. This is a real question now, because you say just don't, like, I like that idea. I love that idea, in fact. But my thing is, how do you know which ones are racist? Because we got the closet racists that deal with us, but they mess with us because they stuck with us. So how do you know who not to participate in the gym with? And then you build bonds with some of these closet racists, and you think they're cool with you, and you're thinking they're your people. So
you know what? I can tell you how, Rude. Vet. You can vet these people.
How?
You can see who they've been around, and it'll come out in the wash. Even if
Whoa. And see, that's why I had an issue with that. People don't know how to vet. You saying vet, but how you gonna vet somebody that's hiding their true feelings? And if they see black people come around, they not gonna say nigga. If you see a Chinese man come around, you're not finna make no Chinese jokes. You see Jews come around, man, you're not finna talk about nothing offensive around them. Unless you just don't care. So you can't vet nobody. I can tell a girl I love her. You know, I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna do that for you. But really, I just want to fuck. How is she supposed to know until it happens? Right? You say they been talking about T.O. might get stripped from the WBO. If not, I expect him to fight Gary Russell at 40. Man, it don't really matter with T.O. He just doing the same shit that y'all tell everybody to do. Not y'all, but, the majority of the fight world. You got to make yourself, like Coach Calvin told Shakur, get you some bargaining chips. You got to boost yourself, make yourself up there, put yourself out there. You got to get some publicity. You got to get you a name about yourself, man. When T.O. was backflipping for the Heisman and all that, knocking motherfuckers, he knocked Comey out on the Heisman Day. He did a backflip out of that shit. He wasn't getting the popularity, especially after he beat Lomachenko. He wasn't getting the popularity in the bag like he thought he was supposed to get. Because he was trying to be a good boy, a good guy. His father was the bad guy. Ain't nobody say nothing about his father. He worse than Bill Haney, if you ask me. But T.O. was doing the right thing, kicking ass, fighting on free TV, and they still wouldn't give him the shot. So what'd he do? Start trolling and start saying niggas, something that's going to make you niggas mad. Because he had already let you know he was a racist when he said keep all the black boxers. He was upset you were giving these niggas all this opportunity, and I'm the one doing the backflips on Heisman Day and knocking these niggas out. Okay, fuck it. Fuck you niggas. Ain't that how y'all niggas be when y'all were kids and you try to talk to the girls and they ain't give you no time of day? Well, fuck you, bitch. Yeah, that's what he like. That's what he doing. That's what I think he doing. And that's what I'm going to do because you say everybody else control. Why he can't troll? He said he was trolling. He told Terrence Crawford he was trolling. He was lying. He for real. Well, you should have been knew he was for real. When he said black instead of nigga. You don't have to say nigga all the time to be a racist. You can't prove racism anyway. You don't know what's inside a motherfucker heart or his spirit. Just what he say out his mouth. You got a lot of dumb mother lovers on YouTube to say dumb shit every day. Shit they don't even think what they saying before they come out their mouth with it. So if Tank control, T.O. control too, nigga. Shit, Coach Kenny troll every day. You say Abdullah makes him better than Shakur.
Even if they are sneaky and able to hide some of that shit, it'll come out. You can ask him one simple question, and I don't think this son will ever get. Are you for black people getting reparations?
They ain't gonna answer that.
Oh, come on. They ain't gonna answer
I ain't
that.
playing with you.
They ain't gonna, like, a racist ain't gonna admit he a racist. That's the hardest thing to prove. Remember when Bud Crawford tried to sue Bob Barron for being racist and all that? You can't prove racism, and especially in a lawsuit.
You can't prove it?
You gotta understand, like, these people are like tribal.
You can't prove racism.
Facts. So the answer is simple. Everybody needs to get on code and keep them out their gyms until we have true a real serious conversation about who we let in and around us, because we keep getting hit with the same one over again.
But what I'm asking, you saying all Mexican gyms?
Well, we know one for sure.
No, that ain't what he said. That ain't what he said, Shawa. This nigga down here talking about boycotting all the Spanish peoples. Like, until we get this situated, ain't gonna never get situated. Ain't gonna never have that conversation. Ain't nobody finna admit they racist. Ain't nobody finna fuck their money up and stop these boxers from coming to these gyms just because they don't feel a certain way about you. You're not gonna admit it. That's like having a store, a whole old food, and you want to hurry up and sell that shit. You ain't finna tell them motherfuckers not to buy it. You should throw it away and do the right thing, but you gonna leave it out there until that expiration date come, ain't you? And then put the new shit out there when they buy that shit. It's all scam, man. It's all bad. You don't know what you talking about, G.
What I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Plain and simple. Boxing. Here's the thing, y'all. Before these fighters become pro, they have a long history of they even get to that stage. And we 8 years old. Before these fighters make it to that stage, that's more time for you all a good understanding of who this person is. Anyone that's up in New York that's been around T.O., they'll tell you, this boy and his...
Hey, you seen what they typed on the screen? Let me see what that shit. Ask when a what's her name ate at your table or something like that, right? Where is that shit at?
In Philly, in Detroit, up in New York, like, it's all sweet, saying, well, I know, he's still a cool dude. So if don't nobody else do anything, those who are in the sport, get them out the gym. Because guess what? If you say something against the Mexican people, I promise you, you are not going in any of their gyms. I promise you to help you in your camps. Else is on code. Say something against Ukraine. Say something against the Eastern Europeans. You ain't going in their gyms. Say something against the Cubans. You better keep your ass out of Cuba. Everybody else is on code. So the black people who are in the sport, if don't nobody else do nothing, it don't take a nation, just dry them out. Keep them from succeeding, plain and simple, the same way they would do it to us. And stop taking their damn money.
Let me ask you this. This is a real question now, because you say just don't, like, I like that idea. I love that idea, in fact. But my thing is, how do you know which ones are racist? Because we got the closet racists that deal with us, but they mess with us because they stuck with us. So
there you go.
Before these fighters make it to that.
Ask when has a African person or Afro person ate at the dinner. As far as like a question you ask a Spanish guy. But then you have to ask yourself when you had a Mexican person eating at your table. And if you had one, so what? Like, you don't have to have nobody eating at your table, you understand, for you not to be racist. Like, I grew up in an all-black neighborhood, went to an all-black school. Does that make us racist? because we never had white people or Mexicans eat at our dinner table, man. They be asking putting some real dumbass shit in the chats. And you know what I'm saying? It sound good at the moment, man, but you got to ask yourself these questions before you put them out there. And if you one of them guys or girls that have had other people at your dinner table, that's just you. But that doesn't mean that anybody else that hasn't is racist, bro. And for y'all to say boycott all the Mexican gyms, as you gonna hear later on in the video, that's just plain stupid. To me, if you ask me. You know, because you're not boycotting none of these white establishments that you spend your money in. And you don't buy only black products.
That stage, that's more time for you all a good understanding of who this person is. Anyone that's up in New York that's been around T.O., they'll tell you, this boy and his daddy been saying crazy, outlandish stuff towards black folks for the longest, but they were getting a pass for a minute because they were up north. The same thing with Danny Garcia's father. The same thing with the Furies. They have a long reputation before they make it to the pros. So all I'm saying is that the people who are in the sport of boxing, and it's not everybody letting you in their gym. Let me be clear. If you do that crap, Boots Ennis ain't letting you in his gym. Boots Ennis Pop's not letting you in. He don't play that. It's a lot of gyms. Paul Williams, a lot of places that you can't do certain things and have a certain character and then go amongst the people because something would happen to you in these gyms. So once they get to pros, what I'm saying is people need to stop acting like it's just a game, it's just a joke. Now, if somebody does slip through the cracks and you try to vet them, they slip through the cracks and they still show, hey, we let a racist among us, that is on our watch and it's on us to take care of them and get them up out of here. Think about how long Robert Garcia has been putting people against our best fighters.
Hey, man, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up, because everything you do, you got to get permission from a cracker. You on a white man's platform. And if they want to shut your mother-loving ass down, they can. You know, you pay taxes. You go to Burger King. You go to fast food restaurants. You buy your clothes. You don't go to no black business. You don't go to no black restaurants. You don't support black business. You don't support black restaurants. You don't support black clothes. Ain't no black people selling cars. And if they do, it's an American or a foreign car. It ain't they car they built originally. You support everything for the white man. Yes, you do. You ain't all black. You ain't finna keep your gym all black.
Always talking shit after the fights. And this is going all the way back. I'm in my late 30s now. I was in high school. This was going on with Robert Garcia. So they own you're not gonna get everybody. It's a long career that guys have in the amateurs, at the Golden Gloves, at the national qualifiers before they even get to the pro level. So you have a long time to see what kind of person you're dealing with. And it's not hard to see because boxing is so tribal, it's real simple. A closet racist, as you say, they will act one way at the black gym, but this is what you do. It's real easy. Everybody get in the van, and we're going to go to one of the Mexican gyms on the other side of town and watch how he act. They usually do it every time. Let's go over here and see how he act like folks. Let's go over here and act around Asians.
Okay, but
pretty much is go ahead.
Yo, like I'm saying though, like
go ahead,
you're not hearing what I'm saying. So like even when we do that, let's say we do that, we stop going to participate. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know it's great working in Mexican gyms, right? But at the same time, we still gonna have to get in the ring against these Mexican guys. So if we don't work against Mexican style fighters in the gym, we ain't gonna be prepared when we get in the ring fighting a Mexican style fighter. So when
That's
you
bull.
okay,
You know
you
why?
don't think so?
No, because look at what's happening right over there with in Bud's camp with Lester Martinez. He's in a whole camp with a bunch of black people. I mean, yeah, they got one Hispanic coach. It's always look. My mom's family's from Phoenix and Tucson. I got cousins that's Mexican and black.
So stop right there. That nigga, Coach Hudson, do not need to fuck with you then, Shawa, because you got that blood in you. You got Mexican in your family, Shawa. You a part of them. You cannot disrespect somebody that you are. And we do need the Mexican gyms, and we do need the all the other styles of fighting that you want to go against. You got to fight against it. You got to practice it. You got to be prepared for it. Yeah, we got the rhythm and the style, man, but you still need preparation. And like I said, you talking about vetting, going to a gym and hiding out and seeing who they hang with and all that sneaky, dumbass, weak ass shit. Talking about Coach Hudson, man, there ain't nobody finna do that. Cause niggas are just as corrupt. And if you listen to us when we drinking and partying and talking about anybody, man, we the worst of the worst. We the best jokesters. We talk the best shit. We the best singers, the best dancers, the best rappers, the best everything. So you know we talk the best shit. And we talk about Chinese folks, we talk about Mexican people just like they talk about us, homie. Can't neglect no work. You supposed to go in these gyms and whoop these boys.
It's plenty of Mexicans that is cool with black people and that help us and that love us.
Right.
So I'm saying, and that's why I was saying earlier, like everybody is not our enemy.
Right.
But you have
Right.
to, you do have to test the spirit. So there are people that would show us how the Mexicans still fight. Because there are Mexicans down in Mexico that love black people too. So I'm just saying, we just have to vet. We truly have to vet people that are going to be around us. What'd you say about racism?
And a lot of them are dealing with the same kind of racism.
Yeah, that's why. Ultimately, that's why I said all these people will, whether they want to admit it or not. If something happens to us, who do you think that falls to? These people ain't gonna just all of a sudden everybody's gonna be merry and friends and get along, because they already are racist to these other groups anyway. Which is why I never understood why are you
it's a lot of change in America. You can tell that and test that to a fact, right? And back in the 80s and the 70s, you know, we got Hall of Fame Mexican boxers, like even Julio Cesar Chavez, but even before him, and that we tout up there as like great boxers, but we don't know how they really talk behind closed doors and whether they were racist or not, do we?
All right, let me say this. It's not so much about, I mean, whether we know.
Why they ain't answer my question, homie? Like Julio Cesar Chavez, all these great Mexican fighters that we done seen that's in the Hall of Fame, homie. You don't know what these people talk like when they behind closed doors. You just guessing. You say they great. And you know, when you want to get work, man, you go to the best of the best. But you wouldn't go to a Julio Cesar Chavez if you heard him say nigga or pinche mayate, huh? No. Maybe you never heard him say that before. Maybe he has said that before. You know, when you grow up in an older generation, man, it's okay to feel a certain way about a certain type of people. And the majority of the people, man, really are on that La Raza time. And I respect that because, nigga, we need to be like that about our race, about our people. But we don't. Just certain few, you know. I'm one of them.
What they say behind closed doors or not, to the point where we're dealing with right now, where this is blatant racism and disrespect. And that's why it's so dangerous now, because the real boxing, Mexicans, black, whoever, that's not the true character of a real boxer. If you go to a real boxing gym, the real character is built off of honor, integrity, and respect. Every Mexican gym is not racist. Every black gym is not racist towards Mexicans. It's enough real down to earth people that just want to see their best versus our best, and that be it. But at the end of the day, as soon as somebody shows that they're not with us, plain and simple, get them out of here. And then when you all get to a stage where
time out, man, because that's what we should have been doing, right? Why you ain't doing that to these white folks that's oppressing us? Why you gotta wait till a Mexican do that shit when these motherfucking crackers been doing this shit for over 400 years? But you want to wait till a Mexican say nigga, but they been calling us nigga for centuries. It's just, fuck you.
You're moving up, don't feel like you gotta go out the way after this person. You shouldn't go out you shouldn't go out of your way and give them an opportunity. So like when Wilder came forward, and there was already a hit when Ryan Garcia was already showing how unstable and how his character was. Devin didn't have to give that man no chance. Same thing with T.O. When T.O. said years ago.
Stop right there. What the fuck did he just say? If they're still defending the fact that Ryan was on drugs, but it had nothing to do with Dev losing, they're racist. How are you racist for thinking that them steroids didn't have nothing to do with that ass whooping, bro? And how can a black man be racist? I think we prejudiced. I don't think we can be racist, brother. But how do you think that? Because I seen plenty of Hall of Fame boxers that beat drug chiefs viciously. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's just Devin. Maybe he just couldn't whoop that drug chief. Like, so that Ryan Garcia is the only one popping dirty in the sport of boxing, right? Or was he the only one that got caught? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Because there's a lot of people you will see in the fight. You're like, man, it's a hell of a fight, man. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know if he's cycling off properly. Nigga just say anything to be, when they get their little feelings hurt, they'll just come out with all kind of shit. You calling black people racist and all kind of dumbass shit.
That top ranked black fighters, guess what? They still had him in Detroit. They had him around the DMV, boxing in black gyms. And I'm gonna try to say this as humble as possible. When it comes to the sport of boxing internationally, everybody comes to America. They come to these black gyms to get this work. The black gyms got blacks and Mexicans a lot of nowhere else to get that work. And whether it's Cubans, Mexicans, or blacks, Eastern European, everybody's right here in America. So if you don't want to deal with no BS, brother, you don't have to. But what has to happen is accountability has to happen. And as soon as it shows its head, that's when the program that I'm talking about needs to go into effect immediately. They should be banned immediately from around us.
I got something I want to add to that because I like everything you said. And you go into these gyms, man, you don't know what these guys are saying. Like, yo entiendo mucho español, pero no hablo bien. I don't want them people to know I know español. I can speak. I understand it. You need to study the enemy. If they're your enemy, you will know when you're around them, when they're speaking around you, they'll talk and they'll expose themselves. Now you got to study each and every style, just like the old Kung Fu masters. Whenever you see the old Kung Fu videos with the old man with the big long white beard, you know he knows every style. So you cannot neglect sparring these guys. So you cannot sparring.
That's true. I mean, at the end of the day, though, this whole conversation really wasn't supposed to be necessarily about boxing in general. It was supposed to be about us standing up to people like Tio and speaking out.
Man.
But I totally agree.
Fuck Teofimo Lopez, G. Don't nobody even we want to see him get beat up. And then you had somebody on there saying they don't want to see him fight no more and see him make no more money no more. And you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure once you see his kids, you'll be like, okay, yeah, he need to feed his family. And you will be like, oh, well, you know, it's a lot of people, like even your boss man at your job. You don't know how they father and they family think about you when they started that company. Usually someone that's at the age of 50 and 60 and up, their fathers are the ones that taught them how to be the man that they are today. And if you 60 years old, your father was, if he was still alive, would probably be around maybe 90, like Bob Arum age. And you know, if you go back not 90 some years ago, but just 70 or 50 or 40, it was fucked up. But especially 60 and 70 years ago, when these guys were in their teens and they were young men, vibrant, you know, and the ideology back then was just different than it is now, you know. And we not finna sugarcoat nothing, man. These guys have a lot of strong opinions, man, about other races of people when they don't have a strong opinion about these white folks that's really oppressing you and calling you nigga and keeping you out of opportunities. You know, you want to neglect a Mexican gym because ain't really no white gyms you can go to and really get no work to. But how you gonna neglect somewhere you getting work from? How you gonna be prepared for a fight and you don't fight the style of fighters that you finna fight? You say we just that good, we don't need to prepare no more, huh? Niggas just that good, we don't even need to prepare no more for a fight. You don't need to do none of that, man. You know, we gonna beat them regardless. You know, we get the best work in the black gyms anyway, nigga. I done seen a lot of niggas get flipped. Got beat up by Mexican boxers and white boys. So if you ain't prepared, man, that's what's gonna happen. You know, there's certain boxers I want to lose, and T.O. one of them.
Let's start it off with my top 3 guys I want to see lose in boxing. Number 1, Rolando Romero. Why? You are a plant, a PVC plant, a punching bag, a squeaky toy. Every time somebody hits you, it sounds like a tiki, a tiki. Easy, very easy. You cheated Barroso, you and Tony Weeks. I want to see a rematch before I see you fight anybody else. I want you to lose. You're going to get knocked out by Ryan Garcia.
Wrong.
Number 2 is AKA Abdul Wahid. You just want to see Tank lose. Here are the reasons why. I used to like Tank Davis. I called Nintendo, said, hey man, I want to get a video game made like Mike Tyson about him. He can knock these boys out. I can't wait till he fight the killers. I can't wait till he fight the killers. You never fought the killers. You don't want to fight the killers. You smoke weed, boy. And then you got these tank bands and the professional riders always doing cart flips on the D. I don't like you guys. Y'all don't call out none of the flaws and none of the attributes that are a detriment to Tank Davis. Yes, you are professional. Professional goalpost movers, professional defensive lawyers. God bless the dead. Johnny Cochran got off killers. That's what y'all are good at. That's your specialty. That's what Tank Davis listens to on the regular. But he will not go to your page. He'll go to a content creator that cooks or do comedy. But y'all guys are a joke to me. Look at old Coach Calvin. Coach Calvin's supposed to have his own gym. Yeah, he ain't supposed to be worried about getting kicked out of no Mayweather's gym. Yeah, you supposed to have some where you ain't got to worry about, oh, this belongs to the city of Baltimore. No, this urine with your pictures on the wall. You was supposed to be in that corner talking about stick it to the body, give it to him like the penitentiary. But no, you want to have somebody in the 12th round talking about, all right, now it's time to hunt, Tank. It's time to forget all that, what they talking about. It's time to hunt. What to hunt? How we gonna hunt? That's so crazy that the biggest troll in your corner that night gave you the best advice, Coach Kenny. Yeah, you gave him the best advice, man. You understand me? So I say you get your camp back, but you can't afford to lose the Lamont Roach no more, can you? Nope, now you was getting touched. Came out there with the Dipset. Dipset, you heard my boy Nick clowning your ass. Everybody want to see this fight, huh? Not me. We ain't want to see the first Lamont Roach fight. We was over here like, why did you go to 130 pounds to fight your friend? And it looked like y'all was friends because he held punches back. I seen you get trapped in the ropes. Yeah, man, you ain't fighting nobody depleted. He had an extended training camp. Extended. That man was ready for December the 14th. You probably would have popped him on December the 14th. Another reason I don't like you, nigga, because you always curling your lip up whenever a nigga bring up Shakur Stevenson's name. Why you always curling your lip up when somebody bring up Shakur Stevenson's name? All your fans just, oh, I know why, because he said to the world he looked like a killer. But I can't wait. I'ma expose him.
Why you gonna do that to Tank, man? Stop that picture right there. But that's what he do. He reach and he try to hit you with that fucking left hand to knock you out with. Throughout the whole fight, he did that to Rolly until he finally figured out how to catch that chin. Rolly was boxing beautifully that fight. And he was kicking Tank ass, man. I remember when he feinted Tank with the right and split him with that left. Yeah, man, he was busting Tank. He knocked him down in the second round, right on that rope right there. And Tank tackled that nigga for a loss, man. But nigga had any kind of, Rolly had any kind of footwork, a little step back, like y'all say Shakur got, he'd have fell down on his face.
I'm gonna be beating him all 12 rounds, and he ain't gonna like that. He say he gonna take your heart. Oh, you ain't seen nobody get their heart too? Man, it's a lot of reasons I don't like Tank. You're not good for the black community. You talking about some hair grease. You should have wore perm. You understand what I'm saying? Go on back to the perm. You know, I don't want my child looking up to you. And if my child ever asks you some advice about boxing and you tell him soccer, I'm gonna say something in the interview. My child, that man said his child went through amateurs and did, hey man, Floyd, blame Floyd. They copying all his patterns, his style, his tactics. They picking the same referee Floyd liked to pick. The same type of fight makers and same type of style of fighters they tried to get him, but you ain't got Floyd no more, so you gotta fight the knee guys. Yes, you do. And it almost backfired on you. That man was manipulating your high guard and hit you with a couple of body shots, and then that jab sent you to the knee. Y'all want to cover up your face with your hands and your fingers and act like you can't see, but I see you peeping. Get your fingers out your ear. You can hear me. Hit my like button. I meant what I said when I said what I said. I said it again like I said it then. Ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing from Frisco to Maine, from San Fran to Japan. It's all about the money game with me. We always see people in the ring that we want to lose. I wanted David Morrell to lose. Am I a hater? Because I wanted David Benavidez to beat David Morrell, and he did it easy. Y'all wanted Frank Martin to lose. Yes, y'all did. Y'all was predicting the rounds, just like with Lamont Roach. Y'all said round 6, maybe round 8. I said round 8. I wanted Frank Martin to lose this fight because I picked Tank Davis to win. Yeah, but nigga, I want to see Tank lose. Yeah, a lot of y'all wanted to see Tank lose against Frank Martin. I heard the YouTube pages. I made some videos about you guys. You guys are the real haters, the Tank pages, the Tank fans. Y'all went over and investigated a female, a lady that did his hair. She's getting tormented and harassed just like Beyonce's beehive. You got the Tankomaniacs, grown ass men. It's ridiculous. Hair grease, blood in my eyes, and I still can't take a knee. And let me move on to number 3. Teofimo Lopez. He's funny. He's a character. I like him when I watch him because he makes me giggle a lot. But that still don't mean shit. I feel like he gonna beat this guy. But that don't mean I don't want him to lose. I want Ryan Garcia to lose, but I feel like he gonna knock Rolly Romero out with the left hook. I want Rolly to lose. I don't care. I want to see Devin Haney win. Y'all want to see Devin Haney lose. Y'all make fun of Devin Haney on the regular basis. Y'all mad at people for wanting to see Tank Davis lose? There's a lot of people that want to see Devin Haney lose because he calls himself the face of boxing. We all know he ain't the fucking face of boxing, fool, but he doing it to piss you knee guys off because he has Bill Haney in his corner.
Devin might be ruined from those vicious blows from Ryan. We gotta see. I hope he does do good. Y'all want him to do bad. I want T.O. to get beat, but I feel like he's gonna beat Arnold Barboza. I just got an inkling feeling that he's gonna beat the shit out of this guy. So I guess I want him to lose? No, I just think he's gonna lose. It's thinking you want to lose and wanting the nigga to lose. I don't want Ramirez to lose, but I want him to lose because he's fighting Devin Haney. Got nothing bad against him. He ain't did nothing for me to say nothing bad about. But oh boy, Rolly, I don't like Rolly. You gonna make me start liking Rolly? So y'all can, it's okay for Rolly, for people wanting Rolly to lose. What about Canelo? He's a drug cheat. He has 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, questionable victories. He's still the face of boxing. We want that man to lose against Benavidez. I picked Dubois to beat AJ. I wanted Dubois to beat AJ. Yes, I did. Because I think he's a rock'em sock'em robot. Jab, jab, jab. Down the middle with a power shot, face ass nigga. Yeah, man. I wanted you to lose. You didn't give Deontay Wilder a shot. Y'all could have got a $50 million payday. What about the Prince? Y'all wanted him to lose. He was spectacular, showcased a lot of skills. Jake Paul, y'all want Jake Paul to lose. Y'all was finna get a Tank fight. Jake Paul was sad. Jake Paul don't like Tank. Why you looking sad at the Tank fight? Because you knew he fucked up the church's money. Same thing with all these. Y'all want Terrence Crawford to lose. Terrence Crawford did all that. She beat up Earl Spence. I wanted Terrence Crawford to lose back in the days until he beat up my guy. I still rock with Earl Spence, but you proved me wrong. And now I'm rocking with you, except for the Bob Arum situation. We got bombs out here. Nepotism. I can't call Bronny a bomb. You're nowhere near your father. You should have did like Michael Jordan's children. Stayed off the motherfucking NBA court, because niggas gonna talk about you to the ends of time. And we gonna call you a bomb, just like we do in the barbershops. You can't tell nobody, hey man, you can't call these guys no bomb. Shut the fuck up. We can say what the fuck we want to say. And then the fact that God possessed us with the ability to say what we wanted to say out of our mouth is called freedom of speech. And YouTube is providing us a platform to talk our shit. Floyd Money Mayweather was the most hated mother lover in the world as far as boxing. Everybody wanted to see Floyd lose, and he loved it. He loved it. He didn't get mad at motherfuckers wanting him to lose. Everybody wanted to see Muhammad Ali lose. They ain't even want to call his name in the ring. Hey, Tank, make him call your name in the ring. Abdul Wahid, but that's not monetized. We going to war with the Muslims, not we, but America. America is against our allies. I'm sorry. Strike that statement. I don't want YouTube to hurt me. Who you got in this fight? So I guess you want Benavidez to win. So I mean you want Bivol to lose. Y'all just want Bivol to lose. I got Bivol beating Benavidez in a decision. He's not going to be able to manipulate your guard like he did David Morrell. He's not going to be able to just stand there and hit you like he did David Morrell. Because you're going to be on your wheel, ain't you? You're going to be sticking and moving, trying to win combinations, ain't you? Yes, you are. Because that's what you did against Better BL. He had 100% knockout ratio. He had 100% knockout ratio. What's that ratio now, boy?
Yeah, what's that ratio now, boy? You know what I'm saying, me? That 100% knockout ratio went. It's over with. You know, it's over with. So, yeah, man, I ain't gonna bullshit. I ain't going for that, man. Let me get up out of here right quick, though. You know, before I go, though, definitely got to give you guys a tip. Because, like, if I don't help these boxers remember shit that guys say, they'll forget because they get punched in the face for a living. So they got to have constant reminders, from me at least, you know, about the art of boxing. Like, hit and not get hit, you know. Let me see, where's this video where I can give him the best advice coming up for this Cepeda fight. And, you know, with Ryan Garcia fight lurking in the distance, you know, same for you, Devin, man. You know, this message was for you two guys. You know, you should listen to it. It's true.
So if you Shakur Stevenson, bro, if you Devin Haney, do not make the mistake of trying to please people, bro.
Right.
Do not make the mistake of trying to. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna become more fan friendly, bro. I'm gonna go for the knockout. Nah, bro. You fight your fight. If your shit is hitting and not getting hit, you do that shit. Damn what everybody else say, bro. Because at the end of the day, if people rock with you, bro, they gonna rock with you. And if people hate on you, they gonna hate on you. Cause the same segment of people that's calling Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney boring right now, bro, them same segment of people, if you try to become more exciting as a fighter, and you get your ass whooped, they ain't gonna be like, well, shit, I fuck with Shakur, man. He exciting, bro. Nah, they gonna be like, he got his ass whooped, he got knocked out, he got exposed.
Right.
Cause you was trying to please their ass, bro.
True. And that's what a sucker would say. Niggas like me ain't take Devin Haney off the pound for pound list because he had a bad performance. Especially after I found out it was drugs involved, but I ain't making too much excuses for Devin because we got plenty of Hall of Famers that whoop drug chiefs. Oscar Valdez was on that T, remember? And once you take drugs, you can't tell me that you ain't never took it before. You guys just be successfully cycling off your shit. That's all that is, homie. You're not finna tell me Canelo not still on clenbuterol, even though they raised the level. Like, you still shouldn't take it, right? But you gonna take it because you need it. You're older. I wouldn't be surprised if Terrence Crawford get on a little clenbuterol for the fight. Why not? They raised the level. They didn't just take it down and say you can't use it at all. They just raised the level of what, would be deemed as far as what you would say hazardous. Now, you don't want to read about them. You don't want to go into a fight, and not have an advantage. You want to have the same advantages as the next fighter. And so if you say it's okay to take, I'm going to take it, man. Because it's okay. I'm not going to let you benefit from using clenbuterol and I can't. Now, if you're the type of guy that don't want to put nothing foreign like that in your body, okay, I can understand. Even with Cool Boy. Cool Boy went to Japan like Brian Norman Jr. about to go and was scared about the way they wrap their hands down now. Because it's like a cast. Y'all were worried. And I don't care what you say, man. If you worried about somebody's hand wraps, before the fight, and they say, okay, well, we going to wrap them properly. We're not going to wrap them like that. You still going to be weary and still thinking, like, looking at this man's hands instead of his shoulders in the fight. A mile wide. An underwater volcano ready to blow its top off in the West Coast. Scientists predict one of the Pacific Ocean's lesser known volcanoes will be blown in this coming month, causing 10,000 earthquakes in one day. Probably little small ones, maybe little big ones. I don't know. 10,000 in one day. That ain't nothing to warn yourself about. Signs of the times. We got to stop living wicked and stop doing wicked shit, man, because ain't no telling when he come back. It's just a chosen few. Everything is gonna be alright. He's coming back like he said he would. Everything is gonna be alright. He's coming back for the true and good. See, that boy got hit up in prison, man, but don't forget about us.
And 100 acres of land? Absolutely. Are they owed that amount? 100%, if not more. Black people who would get that, yeah. It would bankrupt the whole country. For the people that built the country to make you their fucking money, all of a sudden now you worried about being bankrupt when you spend trillions of dollars on defense, trillions of dollars on unnecessary, trillions of dollars to send black men, especially to jail, trillions of dollars to drug the fuck up our whole country, trillions of dollars to fuck the food up, to fuck air up, to fuck the water up, trillions of dollars to make people sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker in this country. But you mad? We don't have the money because plain and motherfucking simple, you do not like black people. It is very obvious. For hundreds of years, we've been the most hated. Within that hatred comes the hypocrisy of loving our culture. You've made trillions off of our mother culture. White musicians, all of them have made money off of black fucking culture. All of rock, all of jazz, all the shit we created from the oppression, which is in itself. The oppression and the fucking abuse and the rape and the putting down of us. We create blues, jazz, rock and roll, reggae, ska. We invent all of that shit. And to top it off, we invent all the mod that you all use. From the video game cartridge, Henry Lawson. We got the pacemaker, Otis Boykin. We have the late Dr. Bath, who created the laser eye surgery. We have Dr. Gladys, who's still alive, who's almost 80 years old, who created GPS. We have the guy who created the algorithm for Instagram, who's a 21-year-old Ghanaian kid. We've done all this. Then the internet was discovered by a Nigerian guy in the 80s. Like, we've done all of this innovation, even though we've been shit on and continue to be shit on every motherfucking day, right? Because nobody wants us to live anywhere. Nobody wants us to have this unless we're playing sports for them athletically or sexually satisfying. All black people are good for. We're supposed to be at people's beck and fucking call when they want us to entertain them or make them some kind of money. But if we ask for being autonomously wealthy on our own, being autonomously having our own shit, all of a sudden everybody pitches everybody has a fucking hissy fit. You don't want us in your neighborhood. You don't want us in your schools. You don't want us doing anything. But then when we say, hey, okay, that's cool, because Muhammad Ali said, hey, man, I think we should have our own state. I don't want to live amongst you. Like, well, why not? You don't want us around. You're segregating everything. And then as soon as we want to go, white people start panicking. You know, we don't want to be around you, so you can call us. We're tired of white cops shooting us. We're tired of this pissing contest that these white cops have because they're afraid of black dicks for some reason. Because most of this shit, black dick envy. We're tired of that. So what about this? Why don't we just give us what you owe us and we can go on and do our own shit? But no, they don't want that. White folks especially hate autonomous black happiness. They do not like when we are by ourselves doing our own shit. They cannot stand that. They don't even like us in a group. Whites always got to have their hand in our shit. And if they're not part of it, then we're back to being spoons and spades and
yeah. That boy Godfrey be on his shit, boy. They hate that, boy. I pray for him. They don't do nothing to him, boy. But like this nigga say right here.
I'm a judicial slave.
We slaves, man.
That you ever get to slavery. I'm a judicial slave, and I know it from the jump. Reading history, knowing history, I come in, they strip you down. Okay. So that man put his fingers in my mouth to make sure I ain't have nothing in my mouth. I got to squat, hold my butt open for the officer. Spread you got to do all this. They give you they give you a number. They shave your head down. Give you a number. Like branding you. They put you on a bus. They chain you to another person. And you riding for hours and miles. The bus is the ship. I'm still chained. They put you on a farm and you work. No pay. They feed you very little. You in a cell. They on a horse. Right. You getting mentally whipped. You getting abused.
The craziest thing about being in prison was this. I wasn't worried about no inmates. I was worried about the officers, because a lot of these officers, you locked up and you in these small towns. Everybody family. Any day of the week, you could have died and they could have covered you up. 800 miles from home. The closest communication is a letter. You got to wait for that to get there. They could kill you and say whatever happened. Who gonna find out? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's people that die in the county jail. They put them in there and they tuck them away. There's people's families down there that's dying. Like if I do my best, if somebody I know go to jail, I do my best to bond you out. Man, you got to fight for your freedom or fight for your situation when you're on the street, because I know what'll happen in there. Anything can happen in there. So I've seen people get stabbed up, just left in their cell. Don't nobody know until the next shift. I've seen officers beat people up real bad, put you in the hole. They don't know if you in there breathing or not. This is the closest to slavery you'll ever be. And once you understand this condition, you don't want no young kids in this position. You don't want no old people in this position. You have a healthy respect for the ancestors, what they went through. Just what they went through.
Right. Prison terms. You say you hated some of the prison terms, like child time. Child
time. Can't stand it to this day. Boss, any of that. You know why?
That's what they call the warden boss?
They call all officers boss. All that prison.
Oh, so that's what they said on Lifetime, on Life, with Eddie Murphy. Boss, he ain't working.
He ain't working, boss.
He from New York City. That's what they're boss.
The New York City. and then that was really a real account of prison.
Really?
They had a count time. I don't watch no show that depict prison and they don't have a count time. I know you're lying. Because that's the thing that happens the most. It happens the most. We get counted the most because you get paid. The state get paid. So they gotta count you to see how many people there. That's important. It's like cattle.
Right.
So when you don't have no count time, I'm like, oh, that's bull. And so when people, this is how you understand what I was like in prison. Remember the scene? Okay, I'm gonna ask you first. Who you thought was the most powerful person on Life? Tiny.
No. Oh, you talking about, okay, warden.
Remember when Eddie Murphy was getting beat up?
Yeah.
Somebody said, that's enough.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most powerful person.
It's really like that in there, huh?
Yeah. Because people ask, how was I? That's who I was.
How you get that title you just got in?
It take you a while to get there.
Okay.
You don't get there overnight. But once you get there, you understand on how you maneuver people. And ain't nobody gonna bother me. Hey, when you take care of everybody, why would somebody bother you? When you, once again, going back to how I am in my neighborhood, why would somebody do something to me in Houston?
Right.
Why would you do anything to me in the world? But why would you do something to me in Houston? I'm from the neighborhood. I'm a part of the neighborhood. I'm a part of the culture. So to do something to me, that's crazy. That's killing the culture.
Right.
Muhammad Ali ain't walking around with no security.
Do you think like when you walk around security, you bring attention to yourself,
Yes.
and people feel like, oh, he think,
Yeah. But if you're not loved,
right?
You gotta be loved, Shannon, man. And to be loved, you gotta show love.
Right.
You gotta be compassionate to people.
Well, he said a lot of shit, man, but it's true. That's how it is behind the walls, man. It's a whole nother world. Niggas don't understand that shit, man. But oh yeah, this the one.
Punch a dude in the mouth.
This the one I was looking for.
Punch a dude in the mouth in Arizona for saying the N-word to me.
Black dude?
White guy. I understand the culture and they listen to the music and all that. And I told that man, I say, bro, I am in my 50s. I'm a different era.
Right.
I'm not with it, man.
Yeah, y'all 90 babies, let that go.
Man, listen, bro, I don't want to do this with you, man. And then he said it again. What racial slurs do we grow up having for other people?
Yeah, but we don't use them. I ain't never felt because I had a white friend, or I didn't have Jewish friends until I didn't know they were Jewish when I was growing up, until I got till the NFL, till I started working at CBS. But I know slurs. But I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say it.
Oh, just because we cool? Because that don't make you cool. They not gonna tolerate it. You already know you can't use those slurs to subscribe to Jewish community. It's over. It's over. So all this notion, oh, it's just a word. Well, if it's just a word, why can't we say it to other groups? Because it's not just a word.
It's not just a word.
But they can say it to us and everything's that's just words.
I don't understand how they talk nowhere else. Anybody that's outside of this skin color, anybody, Latino, Puerto Rican, Dominican, anybody, because my grandmother ain't gonna understand. You didn't go through the same thing.
Right.
I don't care what you're talking about. Cause you can go back to your community and pretend and do. I'm in this skin. Period. We from the South. I don't care what you're doing up north.
Right.
Come down here, because I'm gonna tell you this. You ain't gonna say that in front of somebody that you respect.
Right.
I'll let you from this. No, bro, you not from this.
No.
So when people give people passes on that,
no,
I can't do it.
No.
I can't do it. And I watch entertainers cower to these people. Because you're not gonna, and see, that's the other thing that sparked me up. Hey, bro, I know better. I know better.
Right.
Because inside them walls, you ain't gonna do it because you know what the problem is. It's a problem. All that, I'm hip to the culture, oh man, all that.
Yeah, you ain't from the culture.
You ain't from the culture.
Yeah, you don't get no pass. No.
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
For sure. That's why I was trying to tell y'all earlier when I heard this video, it brought back some memories. Like, man, you know, when you go back to the feds and you go into the penitentiaries, man, it's politics, homie. It's big old politics, man. And them boys have to choose sides in there, man.
Turned up and shitted on me. When I see the trap niggas who got money and shitted on me. When I see my cheesy said won't be shit, now I'm shitting on me. I was too humble, now I'm cocky with that day for money. You was strong.
Run that back.
Same bitch who trying to fuck the ones who shitted on me. Wanna see the same niggas from back then who shitted on me. Wanna see the same niggas who turned up and shitted on me. Wanna see the trap niggas who got money and shitted on me. Wanna see my cheesy said won't be shit, now I'm shitting on them. I was too humble, now I'm cocky with that day for money. You was strong.
Hey, slow that shit down.
The same bitch who trying to fuck the ones who shitted on me. Wanna see the same niggas from back then who shitted on me. Wanna see the same niggas who turned up and shitted on me. Wanna see the trap niggas who got money and shitted on me. Wanna see my cheesy self won't be shit, now I'm shitting on them. I was too hard.
humble now, cocky with that thing on your mind. You was strong. The same bitch who trying to fuck the ones who shitting on me. Wanna see the same niggas from back then who shitting on me. Wanna see the same niggas who turned up and shitting on me. Wanna see the trap niggas who got money and shitting on me. Wanna see my cheesy self won't be shit now, shitting on me. I was too humble now, cocky with that thing on my money.
Hold on, let that thing wane right quick. Wee! You see that OTF go all the way to the red meat? Yeah, man, gonna split you to the white meat, split you to the red meat, boy. Yeah, he got that thing, and it's real. You know, that money real, that haircut real. He ain't putting no wave cap and no hats on for you suckers. You know what I'm saying? My God. Boy, look here. Look at Duarte.
You're gonna get the forwards out from the fans right now if you're moving that much. There's nothing wrong boxing and moving, but you gotta be sticking and moving. Just not moving laterally without punching.
What you should have did against Roman.
Nice left hand gets Duarte off balance. But you wonder, can Garcia continue this strategy, moving this much into rounds 10, 11, and 12? I'm curious to know why Garcia all of a sudden is moving this much. I mean, did Duarte hurt him or something, or is there something from the fans and how it looks? Can the continuous pressure of Oscar Duarte start to pay dividends as Garcia continues to stick and move? But Sergio, there's a lot less sticking and a lot more moving the last couple of rounds. Just said, and a lot more booing coming from the fans that were actually praising Garcia's entry. So this is not only, the hurt business, it's also the show business. And right now, Ryan Garcia needs to show us more.
Oh, you got a knockout in this fight.
I want to see hook to the head, hook to the body. You know, the typical combinations, hook to the body, hook to the head. He's got the head open. That's, I mean, the head's covered. That's a given. Hook to the head, hook to the body. Jab. We see a lot of comparisons with Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. Right now we're seeing a version of Oscar De La Hoya when he fought Felix Trinidad. A little bit too much moving, even though a fight he was winning. Yeah, at least the last couple of rounds of that fight, for sure. But these are largely wasted opportunities for Oscar Duarte because Ryan's on the move and Duarte's following.
Yeah, Ryan on the move, man. And Duarte was following him. You understand me? And then he got his ass cracked.
Oh my gosh. A double hook, short hook. Caught Ryan right on the chin. Dropped him in the second round. Wow. Oh. They exchanging hooks. Good body shot. That one landed. That landed. That's the third of the big roundhouse rights upstairs, and that one landed. Good body shot. Oh, he dug that in that end. Romero. And for the moment, Romero's winning this round.
The winner by unanimous decision, Rolando Romero.
I'm talking about trash. And then, what make it so bad, both of them boys look like they can go to the party after the fight. They ain't do no damage to each other. All that power Rolly got, he ain't cut nobody up. He ain't bruising shit. You know what I'm saying? You beat Ryan Garcia, bro. Somebody that we said is a fucking what you call it? One of them Fucking internet fighters, man. One of them YouTubers, them Ryan, a content creator, man. You know. Yeah, man. Let me see something real quick. All right. Yeah, Ryan, you a content creator, nigga, just like us, man. You can fight good. You a little youngster. You got your little energy on you, man. You know, you can fight good, bro. You like that. Let me get a video right here. What is that? Man, what is it? How the fuck is it? Okay, this is it. Yeah, man, this is the video where Frank Martin was doing all that capping. Talking, you was a cap artist too, homie. You was talking to Najee, talking all that shit. Talking about a nigga disrespected you and you gonna knock Tank out and all that. You know, you just a continuation of what Tank usually fight, bro. The only thing different about what Tank fought was Lamont Roach. That was the highest level of competition he ever fought. And Barry said that about Lamont, knowing you fought him. You're not that high IQ of a fighter, man, especially after watching that Artem fight over and over again. You was losing that fight, brother. You was getting beat by Artem until you blinded him with that punch. Artem think it was 7-5 his way. I can go with that. You was losing after the 10th round on the unofficial scorecard. You know, you drop somebody or you so-called blind them, you know. That's what's going to happen, G. You're going to take a knee so you don't take no punishment. He over there capping talking about he hurt Tank. Bruh, everybody hurt Tank in sparring. But you couldn't do it in the ring, so these interviews, you got to be careful what you say. You got to be careful, man. Niggas out here waiting. Niggas like me just waiting on you to say some dumb ass shit. Niggas say that shit.
Called it, because we in the era now where niggas be posting sparring just coming out and all of that.
I mean, I'm sure I know it's some footage out there.
Somewhere.
Like, yeah, for sure. Showtime crew was there. They was on the ring. You know, there was other people around. I seen something they say it's a video that surfaced. Somebody got the video. Yeah. You know, and they was watching it. But
did Floyd say anything to you?
Like, the sparring was like we was fighting. Like,
it was like a fight. It wasn't boxing. Like it was.
Yeah, nah, we was fighting in there. You know what I mean? So like, you know, you get in that mode and you don't feel nothing. Mm-hmm. That's how it was. You know, but when we first started, it was I could tell he had power or whatever. But after when I hit him with that shot and he grabbed and got to grabbing and all that, that's when we got to like, you know, we got to just fight.
Hold on, did you feel like you hurt him? Was you in your head like, okay, I just hurt Tank just now?
I hurt that nigga.
Yeah? Facts? Yeah. Woo, it's not a lot of people that can say that, Frank. I'm just not a lot of people that say that about Tank. This is Tank.
All right. I don't know why he lied and said he hurt me.
Know what they're talking about. They really don't know what they're talking about.
Going around numbers, that don't make sense.
No, it don't. And they don't want to, when we talk about, that's why they say, we don't want to talk about that. They just want to wonder. Nah, we're going to talk about it because that's ain't the terms.
Yeah.
They
it's always,
but
always
you got certain,
and that part's okay. They all got that. And wait their turn. And then when they act up, go to the back of the line. They back of the line.
Goodness. Hey.
What happened when they act up, Miss Salaby? When they act up, they gotta go back to the back of the line.
Damn! Hey, they better read in between the lines on that.
That's it. That's it. And I did an interview yesterday and I had them dying laughing. I said when you bring the disrespect, you don't get no check.
Yo, he killing it tonight, yo.
Man, because it's just like, you know, when you really think about it, if somebody's being very disrespectful, Why would you want to bless them?
Yeah.
When you just think about it, and we just saying life. Forget a fight. Forget a fight. If somebody's disrespectful, why would you want to put them in a situation where you're actually blessing them?
Right. Yeah.
And everybody, and as it relates to boxing, all these fighters make a bunch of money. But there's levels to the money that you can make. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He could drop the mic right now and walk off.
He killed it, yo. Hey, all the stuff I've been saying, everything I've been saying, he just. Hey, boy, y'all, this podcast gonna be chopped up tomorrow, man.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, but Leonard, man, I just want to thank you and appreciate you, man, to the fullest, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man, because guess what? We need a brother like you, man, to set the record straight.
Yeah, I'm always set the record straight, and again, just tell it like it is, give you what the facts are.
Right.
And a lot of times people don't like it. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. And another example, and this is something I do want to play the air with.
Come on with it.
Like, Aram had a lightweight tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
He organized the tournament. He signed guys to be part of the tournament. So there were a few guys that were in his stable, is, whatever. Okay. That man has a plan. They not sitting around, twiddling their thumbs. They're a good promotional company. And that's why they sign guys to give them opportunities. So how in the fuck you gonna be calling out somebody else who's not a part of what y'all doing when the old man, that's his shit?
Damn. Yo, let it drop the mic and walk on.
Listen, you're not getting ready to tell him what he's getting ready to be doing. Y'all partner, all the fighters. This is all, and I'm not singling out one particular fighter. I'm just saying, it's like, even when they was talking about this bullshit about some Lomachenko. Okay, he's had a plan all along for what he was gonna do. That's his guy.
Yeah.
That's his guy.
Yeah, I've been saying that for years.
That's his guy. That man ain't gonna hand nobody over to, they have a plan for that hardware that they got over there. You got young up and coming fighters, and they just wanna pass it on down and give their own guys opportunities. The only difference, if there's a shitload of money somewhere where that promoter can make a bunch of money, he don't really, it's either way, okay, but for no short ass money, he ain't getting ready to take no risk.
Nah. Tell him, Leonard.
He ain't getting ready to take no risk. And that's just kind of how the business goes. That's why it's just like, I just laugh when you see, because nobody wants to have that kind of conversation with me. And then see, when I said what I said, oh, they like, oh, y'all just don't. But then the old man, he come out and said it on the record. He said, why would I want to do something to give Gervonta Davis an opportunity? And Tank don't need no fucking opportunity.
Tank is the opportunity. You know what I mean? So it's like fighters want to fight, and like I said, I know without Tank saying this or Tank saying that, Tank wants to get each and every last one of the guys that he think he needs to get. But you just gotta be patient.
I want to see Tank fight.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what these numbers do in a couple weeks.
Man, listen. They ain't, the tickets ain't moving.
You hear that, Leonard?
Oh, I think he froze. No, don't do that tonight. Hey, coach. You said you had a treat for us, coach. That's a nice
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We was talking about how they tickets are doing.
Yeah, and I said I've gotten a few calls about that.
Go ahead, Leonard.
Over the last week.
Go ahead, Leonard.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised because, it's like, it don't work like that for everybody. It's like, it don't work like it's none of this stuff, making these fights, putting them in the right locations, and understanding what the marketplace looks like. They don't understand that. They don't understand. You can't just run up in a place and expect to, run the numbers up and jack prices up. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. People work hard and they want to pay for what they want to pay for.
Yeah. Right.
Not what you think that they should be paying for.
Right.
You give the fans something that they want to see, they're not going to complain.
Yeah.
They're not gonna complain.
Yeah.
And you know, at the end of the day, whether Tank has a title, 4 titles, or 99 titles, them fans is coming.
Yeah. The fans asking them to come to their city. They're like, yo, when y'all coming to our city?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I get calls about that all the time. I just always just say, just be patient. He gonna let you know. He gonna let you know when and where.
Yeah.
When and where.
So can I ask a question?
Sure.
And I want to be clear, this question is not for one specific fighter. This is for all boxers. Can you actually hurt a boxer's career by putting his fight in the wrong location?
1000%. 1000%, because what that does is from the business side.
I'm on the podcast.
From the business side, it's gonna look a certain kind of way. Because last thing you want to do is misgauge this thing, and you go into a venue and it's not all the way full. You know, and you're supposed to be in a big fight, big event. You know, so again, all of those kind of things, I'm not saying it ruins your career, but again, you can't make pivotal mistakes like that in a person's career, because then when it's over and then you got to move on to the next situation, still in the signal. Nothing. A lot of these jokers is like it don't mean nothing.
That person.
Well, again, I've been saying the same thing. Tank, and it all got to make sense to him.
Yeah. What about who we gonna get next, Leonard?
This is the most important thing. It's always gonna be on his terms. Always gonna be on his terms.
What about who we gonna get next? How you feel for that person?
Well, again, I've been saying the same thing. Tank gonna let you know who, when, and where. And when he do that, obviously the coaches and them, they already have the information that they need to prepare and do what they need to do. But Tank's gonna let everybody know what he gonna do, when he gonna do it, and where he gonna do it at.
Yeah. That's what's up. He said it. That was God day.
Yeah, because you know the fans sometimes in the media, Tank this and Tank that. I don't pay it no attention, because at the end of the day, I have fun once in a while with him, with the fans of the media. But I don't pay that nonsense no attention, because Tank is he's on a whole nother level, and he's in a lane by himself, and nobody's on his level, none of his peers, none of his. So they trying to get to the level where Tank is, and it's like, you know, it's like they don't understand how this stuff goes. You just can't just say I want to do this and like, and that's the part I be having to put people in check, because see they talk the bullshit, you know, to the people who don't know. They say, oh well, we've been trying to fight him, we've been calling him. It don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of these jokers is like they talk that talk, but it's just what they call it, clout chasing. That's all it be.
That's it.
That's all it really be. And I've heard it all. We've been trying to fight Tank for years. You ain't been trying to do shit. You ain't in no position to be doing nothing.
Let them tell it.
Yeah, let them tell it. Man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know.
No, we know it. Hey, Leonard, like I said, you'll text me and say, Cap, don't feed into that. Leave that alone.
Don't feed into the nonsense, because it's like, Calvin, you on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
and it's like,
always tell me that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, is that they trying to be where you already at. You know what I mean? And they try to do anything to try to downplay the success and the guys that on Tank's resume. It's like Tank. A lot of these guys are very good fighters that Tank is fought and beat.
Tank just make it look easy.
Yeah, and that's all it is. That's all it is. Is that you know it's like, but it's just their way and means of just trying to get under your skin and try to get some of these haters riled up. But what they don't understand is that they say all these things on like Twitter and all that, but those aren't the people. Some fans are buying the fights. Some of them are. But a lot of these jokers are still in the signal. You know what I mean? They streaming. So it's like, who are you talking to?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like fights are made behind the scenes, and they all got to make sense.
Thank you, Leonard.
They all got to make sense.
I say that all the time. They just don't get it.
They just
y'all heard it from the CEO.
They never will get it. They never will get it, because again, Tank Davis has the best team in boxing, and that's something that they're all jealous about. It's like Tank ain't got to sit there and call no names out. Tank is the dude. He ain't got to say nothing. He ain't got to say nothing. But let's be clear about this. He gonna get each and every one of them. He gonna get them all.
Oh, you know they're gonna chop this podcast up tonight.
You gonna get them all. Just gotta be patient.
Leonard Ellaby threatens everybody.
he gonna get them all, but it's gonna be on his terms.
That's right.
It's gonna be on his terms.
I need a T-shirt say on his turn.
Yeah, they're gonna be on his terms.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good way to sum it up, Leonard.
Yeah.
On his turn.
On his turn.
That's the only way it can be.
Face of boxing.
That's it, and he's put himself in the position. He's worked very hard to get in this position, and it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get bigger and better.
You've been saying that for years, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tank don't call nobody out. Tank ain't gotta call nobody out. He ain't gotta call nobody out. Everybody chasing him. It's one person that they got in their mouth at all times, and that's Gervonta Tank Davis. They can't even promote a fight without bringing up his name.
I remember you saying that, like, yo, what type of promotion this is?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. Because Tank is the only name that's ringing everywhere. Everybody want to see Tank fight.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what these numbers do.
You know, if you can beat Tank, this changes your whole life.
For sure. For sure.
Do you see that? Is that something like you see this in your head? Like,
I see it.
Yo.
I see it. I feel it.
Feel it.
I feel it.
Come on, Frank.
Like, it ain't nothing.
With all that trolling, man. Stop it, I say. Old Frank a stone cold troll. You know what I'm saying? You was over there talking about you hurt Tank. You ain't hurt nobody, nigga. You ain't hurt nobody. If you did, you thought you hurt him, and he knocked you out. That's terrible. Where this video at?
You just do not make the mistake of trying to please people, bro. Do not make the mistake of trying to. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna become more fan friend.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't you dare do that. You do that, boy, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. Like Devin, Devin got beat up bad trying to do that. You know what I'm talking about? And we don't want that to happen to you. Let me go to this video. Hold on. I've been wanting to play this part of this video right here for the longest time. Where is it at? Is that it? There you go. Let's see if we can cue it up right quick. I was talking some good shit in there.
Oh, what fag gonna say? He just gonna tell him to knock him out. Just like Barry Hunter told Tank Davis going into the 12th round with Lamont Roach. What did he say? What'd he say? All right, Tank, it's time to hunt. Time to go hunt, Tank. Time to go head hunt. Yeah. That's what they used to tell Mike Tyson, especially in that Busted get you more candy right
Turn the motherfucking volume on. Hold on.
All right, there we go, that boy. I ain't want to have to do that to you, boy. You up?
I gotta run that back. Hell no. Audio mute, gang. I'm back, right? Let me know if I'm back. If not, I'm gonna have to get up out of here. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up out of here if I ain't coming back through. Boy, y'all don't want me to play what I'm finna play. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Now I hear it. All right. Let me go play this one more time.
You gonna get in that ring, nigga?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah, man, we done heard the stories. You thought that shit was sweet. Well, man, that's what we gonna give Tank Davis. Because, you know, he deserve all the excuses. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. You better leave that thing alone. It's just a little bucket. I don't care. Hey, man, we gonna give it to him. Get a little nigga some candy, man. Get a little nigga some candy. Need some candy. Hey, you want some more? No. All right, that's a good boy. I tell you what, now you gonna take him serious this time, is you? Yes. All right, you gonna get back in the camp. You ain't gonna get back on Twitter. You gonna be radio silent. You ain't gonna do all that tweeting, deleting. You gonna take it serious. You ain't gonna get in that ring this time and let them manipulate your high guard, is you? No. All right, now that's a good boy. You want a little more candy? Mm-hmm. You can get a little more candy. Yeah. All right, there you go, boy. Slow down, boy. All right, I'm gonna ask you 2 more questions out there, boy. All right, now, when you get in the ring this time, who you gonna have in the corner? Is you gonna have Coach Cav or you gonna have Coach Bell? You gonna get somebody new? Oh no. Get your motherfucking ass. Don't you never say I don't know. It's yes or no. Do you hear me, boy? Don't be hitting me. I'm gonna kill you. Yes or no, nigga? I don't want to hear nothing but yes or no. Do you hear me, boy? Yes. All right, there you go. You want to get more candy right quick. All right, there we go, there, boy. All right, I ain't want to have to do that to you, boy. You all right there, boy? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's not yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yes or no. That's all I want to know.
That's it.
Now here go another question for you, boy. You ready? Yes. All right. Now, this one gonna get you a piece of candy. All right. Was you gonna fight Jake Paul or Pitbull Cruz if you would have knocked out Lamont Roach? Yes or no? Can I get the candy? Your motherfucking ass. See? Don't you ask me. I already know what you're gonna ask. Can you get some candy first?
Hey, yo. Who the fuck was that went in my comment section and tagged the goddamn timeline, man, with this part right here on the video? Was that Jordan? Or you a funny mother lover, boy? I gotta put that on the big screen. Hey, slap the shit out of Tank, man, for not answering the question right, man. It's just jokes, ha ha ha, yeah. Ain't nobody finna slap Tank.
Oh, what fag gonna say? You just gonna tell him to knock him out. Just like Barry Hunter told Tank Davis going into the 12th round with Lamont Roach. What'd he say? What'd he say? All right, Tank, it's time to hunt. It's time to go hunt, Tank. Time to go head hunt. You know, that's what they used to tell Mike Tyson, especially in that Buster Douglas fight. That nigga had a big ass glove full of ice in the wall. Big dumb ass glove, a surgeon glove, nigga. You ain't got no proper utensils or nothing. You thought you was gonna go in there and knock Buster Douglas out in round 1 or 2 and then get right back to the Bobby Brown party y'all was having last night. All the Japanese girls and Japanese prostitutes and that motherfucker snorting all the cocaine. I was in there partying like a rock star right before that Buster Douglas fight. What? Yeah, man, we done heard the stories. You thought that shit was sweet. Well, man, that's what we gonna give Tank Davis. Because, you know, he deserved all the excuses. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. You better leave that baby alone. It's just a little bucket. I don't care. Hey, man, we gonna give it to him. Get a little nigga some candy, man. Get a little nigga some candy. Need some candy. Okay. You want some more? No. All right, that's a good boy. I tell you what, now you gonna take him serious this time, is you? Yes. All right, you gonna get back in the camp. You ain't gonna get back on Twitter. You gonna be radio silent. You ain't gonna do all that tweeting, deleting. You gonna take it serious. You ain't gonna get in that ring this time and let them manipulate your high guard, is you? No. All right, now that's a good boy. You want a little more candy? Mm-hmm. You can get a little more candy. Yeah. All right, there you go, boy. Slow down, boy. All right, let me ask you 2 more questions out there, boy. All right, now, when you get in the ring this time, who you gonna have in the corner? Is you gonna have Coach Cav or you gonna have Coach Bell? You gonna get somebody new? Oh, no. Get your motherfucking ass. Don't you never say, I don't know. It's yes or no. Do you hear me, boy? Don't be hitting me. Don't kill you. Yes or no, nigga? I don't want to hear nothing but yes or no. Do you hear me, boy? Yes. All right, there you go. You gonna get some more candy right quick. All right, there we go, there, boy. All right, I ain't want to have to do that to you, boy. You all right there, boy? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's not, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm scoring, no. That's all I want to know. Now, here go another question for you, boy. You ready? Yes. All right. Now, this one gonna get you a piece of candy. All right. Was you gonna fight Jake Paul or Pitbull Cruz if you would have knocked out Lamont Roach? Yes or no? Can I get the candy? Your motherfucking ass. See? Don't you ask me. I already know what you're gonna ask. Can you get some candy first? Was you gonna fight Jake Paul or Pitbull Cruz if you would have knocked out Lamont Roach? Yes or no, nigga? Now you're pissing me off. Now, yes or no? Yes. All right, I'll give you a little piece of candy there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That would have been a big bag, that boy. Oh, yeah, that would have been a big old bag. That would have been the biggest of the biggest if you would have got you a Jake Paul check. Wouldn't it? Yes. Yeah, I know it would have. That Jake Paul would have been bigger than a Pitbull Cruz bag, wouldn't it? Yes. I know that's right there. Get you a little extra piece there, boy. I got a whole bag full of candy for you, boy. There you go, fucker. Slow down now. All right, another question. All right, this is serious. This is real serious question. Oh, now I seen your boy, your partner, well, your spit bucket man, Coach Kenny on Bag None one day, and he was talking to Shakur Stevenson, and you remember that interview? Yeah. I know you do. You watch everything on YouTube, nigga. And I heard him in there, and he was like, "It was your molar." You must have heard the nigga too. And it was your molar. It was your molar. And then Shakur, he kept saying, "Do you remember the spawn?" Yeah, but he never answered. He kept saying, talking about the molar. It was your molar. It was your molar. And then Shakur repeated, "But do you remember the spawn?" He like, "Yeah, it was, but it was your molar. It was your molar." And he asked him again, "Do you remember the spawn, nigga?" And he said, "You just trolling." His toothus wasn't hurting. And he said, "Your partner, I ain't trolling. I ain't trolling. I put that on my..." And Shakur said, "Put that on what?" "I put that on my daughter, nigga." And my question is, do you remember the sparring? Yes. All right, I get you 50. Boy, this is a good interview right here. Boy. Oh, boy, look here. You're going to get a cavity eating all tell it out. Woo, boy, you ready to eat? Ooh, get these candies out there. All right, there you go. All right. Well, I don't want to, go too much deeper in the spawn. I'm going to let all the stories come out. I just want to know if you remember the spawn. Everybody acting like nobody else remembers the spawn. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let you, make it on that. But it must have been something because Cook kept asking, did he remember? The nigga acting like he didn't want to remember the spawn, man. And he didn't want to talk about it. He kept talking about the nigga teethers. But that shit happened in boxing. Nigga get his motherfucker tooth. Especially if you come in there with a bad tooth. You know what I'm saying? Then a nigga like you hit him. When you got a powerful punch, motherfucker might break that motherfucker and aggravate that bitch. You probably was still getting your ass beat though. You know what I'm saying? He did say you caught him with a good one now. You caught him with a good one? Yeah. I know you was gonna answer that fast, nigga. I ain't gonna give you no candy for that. Well, all I wanna know is, nigga, is you gonna give Lamont Roach a call or two, or let him know when the fight gonna happen? My manager told me not to shut the fuck up, nigga. I knew you weren't gonna answer that there. Get on out my goddamn get my candy, nigga. Get your ass out the studio, nigga. You ain't gonna answer my question. You ain't gonna fight that boy. You ain't gonna fight that boy. Hey, security, get that nigga up out of here. Check that nigga pockets for my candy.
Yeah, check that nigga.
You ain't gonna fight that boy.
Check that nigga pockets for my candy, man. That nigga ain't gonna fight Shakur, man. You over here spinning us, man. You spinning Shakur too. He think y'all gonna give him a fight. That's what's funny to me. That nigga really think y'all gonna give that man a fight, boy. That's what's funny to me. You know y'all ain't finna fight that boy. You know you not finna give Shakur no motherfucking fight no time soon, nigga. That's dead, nigga. And I'm finna watch this little shit one more time because I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck you get the referee to stop counting. Where they do that at? Huh? He getting his ass beat, nigga. And he got the nerve to get mad at the referee. Man, I'm trying to figure out how Tank did that there. What kind of code or passwords you got, nigga? Because you showed signaled that man from a distance before you even took a knee, nigga.
Mayweather, it was Pretty Boy Floyd, but you taught Floyd the money game. me and you used to talk, and you was like, man, Floyd was always worried about, I gotta fight him, Jay. He the best. And you said, don't get caught up in the name game, get caught up in the money game.
Right.
And you really helped him restructure his situation from a business standpoint, but even personal, how he moved with his money. Can you tell me about that meeting you had where Floyd Sr. was there, and this was like the start of you saying, hey, we getting ready to change this thing, and it's gonna be different from here on out?
So, in this restaurant, a real nice restaurant.
Out here?
Yeah, out here in Vegas. Me, Floyd, Bob, Mayweather Sr., and Todd. These were the 5 people at this meeting. And, you know, as we sit there, I saw a note being passed to, you know, Floyd Mayweather, and one of the first things he asked me, what you give my son to sign it? So I'm like, yo, Mr. Mayweather, we're not here to talk business, but, you know, if Floyd give me permission, no, Daddy, we ain't here
Back
for
there
that.
took a knee.
We ain't here for that.
That's Floyd
Jr.
Jr.
Yeah, Floyd Jr. So bam, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're not here for that, right? So he come, somebody pass him the glasses. And
They passing Floyd Sr. the glass?
yeah, pass him the glasses, and he say, you know, he seemed to like be getting angry. Man, you know, I don't care if somebody put a bullet in the back of my head, you know, something to that. And then he stood up, you know, and started like, you know, walking my way, right? And, you know, I'm sitting there in that meeting, you know, I'm always kind of prepared and ready for, I just got him trained that way, right? So as I seen him, you know, come my way, I say, Mr. Mayweather, sir, I say, you seem to be getting angry. I say, but I want you to know I can't take no punches.
Can't take no punches.
So that was my way of letting them know, you know, I'm not a nice person to be, you think you finna tee off on, it ain't gonna go right. And Floyd, he overstood that, and Floyd stood up. Floyd like, no, and Floyd started taking his jacket off.
What Floyd gonna do?
Yeah, Floyd and then squared up. I'm like, whoa.
So you say Floyd got up, took his jacket off.
Yeah,
To
Floyd.
do something to Floyd Sr.?
Well, he got up letting him know, you know, my reading of it is you got to come through me. You know what I mean? If you think, and which I think was a really wise decision.
Yo, what's the password? Tank, hey, what's the password? What's the code word to tell the referee to stop counting? You know, even when you hurt. You know, this guy was hurt against Roy Jones, man.
You can't do that.
Crying,
Oh, he told him that?
Man, no,
you can't do that because it looks like
man,
it looks like
you
a
ain't had a
knockdown.
code word. You gotta have a secret password, brother. Please. Yeah, man, when these guys get special treatment, it's seen. And you know, I see it. I'm not blind. This man getting beat viciously by Roy Jones. The ref stepped in and thought it was enough. He didn't think so. He said, man, I'm okay. I'm okay. What's wrong? Why you doing that? Some referees have melees after the fight because they feel like it's unjust stoppage. You know, what's the secret password, Tank? How did you get the referee to stop counting? I just wants to know. What did you say?
Before it was Money Mayweather.
Bobs, what you doing there?
Nigga, they say I ain't living, I done giving up on life. Even though my sins were forgiven, will I take that swipe with against some knife? I slipped my wrist in it, stood a puddle of blood, cause love never found me. Waking up screaming, they scheming whenever you found me. Howling me, telling me this, telling me that. Get the gun and hit a lick. Will I make my stack? Will I smoke my sack? Smoke my stack with the whole damn click. I've been this physical from the depression as long as I can. This someday run to the fun they love, and that was the
playing, saying the time is sipping and stealing, sipping and wine and flipping them dimes. Lost my mind when I snowed that line, and now I'm not afraid of dying. I'm going insane, I'm singing plain. But one of these niggas blow out, oh Lord, and I'm paranoid. And I never should have touched that cane when the thing go clank, clank. You can take it to the bank that you finna get ankle spank. When I'm on that dank, I'm believe a nigga stank. If you think I'm shooting blanks, try your luck. Big nuts get a nigga fucked up, where the fuck I hang? Nigga fucked up when they fuck with the gang. Everybody know them niggas insane. Bang, bang, got to get you to the graveyard. And the message to the niggas that done played hard. What's up with D1B nigga, D1B killer, be dropping like flies. How did you run with some niggas and killers and junkies? Scared of us, why some flies? It was advised, give it on up with the said I survived by my 45.
Today's price, dumbass nigga. I feel it. Let me read a couple super chats before I bring somebody else. Yo, listen again. If y'all gonna make it awkward and shit, come on, man. Save us time. If you got a question, you want to get to some shit, you gotta get to it. But salute the world for pulling up. I appreciate you. Let's see. Shakur, the real boogeyman at 135. Hannibal, thank you, man. Salute. Sub-Zero TV. That is not my opinion. That is a fact. He been hit with some heavy shots. He does not have a glass chin to beat him. You need power, skill, athletics. Who you talking about, bro?
You talking about
Sub-Zero? Let me know.
You talking about Tank and Najee?
He said Tank?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. I mean, we never seen it, so it's hard to say, but all right. Coach Calvin said everybody Shakur spars he beat. Subscribe to Rude Exposure. Okay.
I sparred his fighter before.
Oh, he did tell me that too. You remember that day when I hit you when I went to Tank shit? I went to the Tank had the back to school giveaway, and you know, cause I gotta support real nigga shit. Niggas doing giveaways. I'm gonna pull up and show the positive shit. And me and Kenny was arguing. I told Kenny, I said, Kenny's a 50-50 fight, nigga. The whole Baltimore was mad at me, Cole. I was about to get jumped, niggas. I said,
nah, yeah, they don't play. They definitely.
Yeah. Nigga, oh, but he did say that. He said, yeah, Shakur be just sparring everybody so he could know, you know, what to do with a nigga when he get in there.
Yo, that be like killing me. Like, it be niggas like Kenny that be spreading like false agendas out there. Like, if he told you that, right? Why would he say something like that? Like, what would make him like say that? Nigga, I didn't spar none of these niggas to see. Nigga, I sparred because I spar everybody. I'm one of them niggas that go to gyms and spar against the world, nigga. Okay, you nice. If I hear you nice, nigga, I'm gonna pull up on you and see. Let's find out how nice you is, nigga. Can you fuck with me, nigga? But
right.
They'll set an agenda, like they'll go put that out there, like, yo, Shakur only sparred this dude so he can find out. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up, bro.
You know, Kenny just be talking. Kenny just be
you know what's crazy? When I sparred his fighter, they called to spar me. I ain't call a spar though.
You talking about Jalil?
No, not fucking Jalil Tank.
Oh, okay. Okay.
When I went to spar him and to help him get ready for his fight,
yeah,
they called to spar me. It was like they called me like, yo, let's work. I'm like, shit, come on, let's make it happen.
Did you feel like the power was what everybody's saying with you being in there, or was it different?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not judging shit off sparring. People look at sparring and they judge that shit and start getting overly confident, or they feel that shit a whole different ball game with 8-ounce gloves on. So I don't look at sparring and think.
Nah, that's a fact.
That shit is in the past. It happened, but now when we fight, we fight.
All right, yo, enough Tank talk, man. I keep telling y'all, man, y'all be ODing with the Tank shit. Let me get Rude Exposure. Rude Exposure, what's popping?
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what's good?
Man, that was a great show, Najee, man. You know, I just wanted to call in and let you know. I wanted to ask you a question, though.
What's up?
What do you think about the bad guy image that Shakur is playing now?
You know what? I kind of like it, man. To be honest, I think I feel like in the beginning of his career, he kind of spent a lot of time, you know, just trying to be liked and being a good guy, and he's received a lot of hate. So I don't know. It feels like he's embracing the hate. It feels like he's kind of playing into the hate a little bit. And, you know, I think today is just kind of like, you know, attention is good, whether it's good attention or bad attention. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it personally. What you think?
I don't think he has a choice. I think that like a guy said it on the chat. You know, he said, you know, he had that Floyd Mayweather Midas touch, talking about Tank. So it's hard to, you know, go against that. And when you in a position Shakur is in, it's like how can you build your status up? So people back in the days remember paid to see Floyd lose. You see what I'm saying? That's what he get his money off for. He wear the Mexican colors on the Mexican holidays, invoke a spirit, and make them people pay to see him lose. So I guess that's the way of the world now because hate is great. You see a thumbnail and it's negative, you gonna click on it. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You got clickbaiters out here putting negative stuff in the titles and they click on it. So what can you do? So you don't have no choice.
Hate spread faster than love, bro. And
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out. That was a
unfortunately,
good interview, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Naj.
yo, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you, man.
And thanks for reading my super chat.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate you. Thank you for sending that. For real. I appreciate you, dog.
One.
Later. Yo, let me get Ja to the stage. Ja.
Peace and blessings.
Oh,
Thank you for paying for the crimes of your ancestors. You have been forgiven.
I don't know how you would go about doing that.
well, I have the answer. We have Joel Patrick here today, and he has his reparations jar. Do you support reparations for black people because they went through slavery?
Yes, I do actually.
Perfect. So we have Joel here, and you can pay your reparations right now.
Okay.
How much do you want?
What is the suffering of my ancestors worth?
More than I can pay right now.
So do you want to set up like a payment plan?
No, but I do believe it's the responsibility of our government to take more action.
All right, pay up. Oh,
Thank you for paying for the crimes of your ancestors. You have been forgiven.
I don't know how you would go about doing that.
well, I have the answer. We have Joel Patrick here today, and he has his reparations jar. And you can pay for the crime. What other forms of payment do you
We
accept?
accept Venmo. We accept PayPal.
Oh. Well, I did not have Venmo. I did not have PayPal. And I am broke.
But you would pay if you could.
Yeah, but I don't understand why you're collecting money for it.
Because I'm a black person and my ancestors were slaves.
Yeah, but it's like I don't understand what a monetary.
Have you ever owned slaves?
No, but I did not.
Have I ever been a slave?
No,
So how much money do you owe me?
nothing.
Ding, ding, ding.
You can put that down. You've been playing with water yesterday. I had pictures. They playing with water. Where's your mom and dad? This is ridiculous.